Are we live?
Hold on.
I'm waiting for it to load. I'm looking.
Tell me when we're live.
We're live.
Was that the sound when we went live?
That was my phone. I'm muting it right now.
No, I was gonna say, yo, that was dope. Like, you got that sound like that when we're live? That's cool.
He's on the notification squad.
Yo, what's up, everyone? How's everybody doing today?
Who kind of starts fucking says, hey everyone, what's up? It's so like chilled out, like what up? It's
How's
OJ,
everybody doing today? Got Polaris's podcast number 38. We're gonna be talking about some cool stuff. We're gonna be talking about some awesome stuff today. It's gonna be a good podcast. We got some guests that are joining us. We're gonna start off. You got something to say?
You just like
no,
muted.
I'm excited.
Oh, you're excited. Okay.
Yeah, I said what?
Oh, like what? Oh, okay, what? Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna start with the guests though. The guests that we do have here, and that is Brandon. Brandon, what's good, man?
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me back. Super excited to talk about all this stuff, especially that Kingdom Hearts 3, man. Really great game.
Brandon said he bench pressed me if I didn't put him on the show today. So I was very scared for my life.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, I've been in OJ's DMs for like the past 3 weeks trying to get back on.
Did a little bit more than slide in, bro. That man was like, dude, put me in the show. Come here. No, he's like, I'm gonna body slam you, brother. Anyway, no, I'm just messing.
You know how Shaq get down.
Brandon's a big dude. He's a big dude. So, you know, when he says, can I come on the podcast? I'm like, okay, sure. Sure. Also, we got resident Quagmire. Ataki's here. How you doing today, Ataki?
Fine, and I didn't have to threaten you to come on. I just asked, and it's like usually you're always like, yeah, come on. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Ataki was like, if you don't put me on the show, I'm gonna steal your girlfriend. It's like,
I can't do what you don't have though, right?
Like, all right. No, I don't have a girlfriend.
I knew that. I wasn't trying to be like,
I don't
satirical there.
Don't have one. I do have Tinder though. Well, all right. So next up, we've got Jordan Fringe is here. What's good, Jordan?
What up?
Oh man,
I'm back. As always, here I am, stuck on this eternal heck we call a podcast. What it is?
What it do? And last but definitely not least, we've got everyone's favorite Mandy. Mandy, how you doing today?
I'm good. What?
Professionals.
Got a new mic, guys. Look at that. That was that new mic from Matthew, the help buy it, and David Drayton. Yo, Rode mic. Hopefully you guys can notice the difference in my PE News videos. Actually, it's been a little rough because I still need to calibrate it and everything. But it's a cool mic.
If you don't have it on the right settings, you're going to have a squeak. You have to put low pass on that because the squeak's too high with the high pitch. It happens. So trust me, we've all been there with Rode mics.
Yeah.
Get a Yeti.
Woo.
But it's still good. It's a good mic.
Yeah, it's a damn good mic, dude. And I'm happy that I don't have to use this mic anymore. I can just have,
No, I love this. This one my favorite. I love this.
No, Audio Technica's dope. Like the voice quality is like almost like unmatched for like the type of mic that it is. It's dope. But like,
oh yeah.
But it's like not dope having to put it on a chair and put it in front of me and all that. Like, this is just so much easier. You know what I'm saying? Like to do it like whenever I use this mic, it reminds me of like my super like back in the like my first videos where I used to like stack a bunch of books on top of a chair to record gameplay. Like I used to, like I had like this little crappy digital mic, and I would take a bunch of books and just like stuff boxes and put them on top, and then that's how I record my gameplay. It reminds me of that because that's what I kind of have to do with this mic right here. I gotta like stack stuff on top just to get the audio. So now
someone that I help edit for every now and then, when he records his videos where he sits in his chair like this, he has his giant blue Yeti. He just puts it in between his legs in his chair and cuts it out of the frame of the camera and just talks like that, like it's not there.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Some people, people find ways to make it work. You know, I like using. I have a little lab mic that I use for my videos and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
yo, you know what? And I used to use those little mics too. But I remember one time, man, I don't know what happened. I think like I stepped on something and it like wrapped around. I was like, ah! And I was just like, ah! And, like,
Sir,
like,
how did he die? Well, you see, he was filming a video about some Nintendo games and the court.
Got choked out by a freaking Lavere or whatever it is, Mike, dude. Like, screw that mic, man. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. You're done. I freaking banned the mic. You're done.
Banned him.
Banned him. Ataki.
We got 2 Atakis. You know what's really good food?
Double the quagmire, double the
Shadow
fun,
clone.
What'd you say, Jordan?
I said shadow clone.
I said Taki. You ever had a Taki?
Kagabunshin, dude. Ataki, you good, dude?
Yeah, did I leave? I drop out and come back in again?
There's just like a red. Oh, well, your shadow clone.
He said, "Whoops, gotta go."
Shadow clone straight up said, "I'm out." Just disperse that shadow clone, Ataki, dude. Let's go, Ataki, the real ninja here. All right, so I think we got a podcast to do, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Is that what
Something
you call
like
this?
that.
Have you guys heard of this game called Apex Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally saw the developers of PUBG planning on like taking out EA Respawn development. Like they're literally staking out and planning what they're gonna do to stop Apex Legends. I think PUBG's in trouble. I honestly think this is the game that's going to.
PUBG's been in trouble since Fortnite got its dominance.
No, but this is it. I'm telling you.
It's always this is it.
No, this is it. No more malarkey, no more shenanigans. PUBG's in trouble. They better make it free to play.
Oh, 100%.
PUBG's not free to play?
No.
Oh, that's $40.
Well, unless you have Game Pass.
No.
Yeah, it's free on Game Pass.
Oh yeah, it's true.
No.
You got Game Pass. It's $10 a month.
That's.
But
Oh, okay. You know.
Yeah, so Apex Legends in 72 hours. Let me ask you something, Jordan Fringe.
Uh-huh.
In 72 hours, how many people do you think have downloaded Apex Legends in 72 hours?
10 million.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a good guess. Yes, 10 million people.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
10 million already.
Holy moly.
10
It
million.
must be better than I thought.
I'm a psychic.
And let me ask you a question, Mandy.
Yes.
How many concurrent users do you think that this game has?
How long has it been out?
It's been out
3 days.
4 days.
3 days.
Today's the 4th day.
And if you said
4,
10 million,
yes. How many concurrent users? So people that have been on at any one point at one time. It's best.
20 million?
20 million.
Double-
So it has more concurrent users than it actually has people that downloaded the.
Oh, wait. My math is.
Out of everyone who downloaded, how many people are currently active?
You got two
think-
people. There are 2 people playing the game. Let's boost them numbers, baby.
I would guess like 1 million.
Oh wow! What a great guess,
Slashed
Mandy.
it.
Yes, 1 million. Good job, Mandy.
Really? I got it?
Yeah, no, I swear you did. You got it right. Gotta redeem myself after not ridiculously messing up that math. Yeah, 1 million concurrent users. 1 million concurrent users.
Is that good?
Yes. Yes, if you can have 1 million people playing your game at any one time.
I mean, it's a 10th of the people who download it. It's not the best ratio, but it's a good whole number.
Well, I think Fortnite's ratio is worse then, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what you want to see, a lot of people playing at one point. Like any given point, you want to see a lot of people. Like, what's your peak? And like, it's going to get better and better because they've gotten into the pockets of like Dr. Disrespect and those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys are starting to stream, the game a lot. So my question to Brandon and Ataki too, you guys can kind of jump in with this. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on Apex Legends? Have you guys downloaded it? What do you guys think about the game? How far do you guys think this game can go?
I might
I'm
stream
actually-
it.
I'm currently downloading right now. But I haven't played it. I've heard a lot of good things. I hear that the gunplay is really solid and like the movement, there's not like all that jank like in Fortnite. If you fall off of something, you take fall damage. I just hear it's very streamlined battle royale first person shooter. So I'm really excited to check it out. And if it's a good game, it'll definitely take PUBG out of the spotlight. I don't know about Blackout, but definitely PUBG out
Yeah, I don't
of
know about Blackout.
whatever spotlight it still has left. But I think that all of these battle royale games should be free to play. Like if Fortnite's free to play, that's your biggest competition, even though it's completely different with the building aspect and everything like that. But if Fortnite sets the example as the biggest battle royale, then why would you try to enter the space with a barrier of entry as far as like a $40 or $60 price? Even though I know PUBG came first, but you would think they would.
PUBG.
Yeah, no, it's not a good game. It's not a good game. I actually played it for the first time a few weeks ago on Xbox, and it's not very good at all. But
don't mention
you would
PUBG
think that
on my podcast again.
Yeah, you would think that they would just switch to a free-to-play model after just seeing Fortnite crush the competition for so long. I don't.
Talking about Fortnite, like OJ, that video you tweeted.
Oh yeah, the Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey?
I had me dying, man.
What is Fortnite? Like,
He said, "People I know have jobs."
Oh man,
yeah, that was a pretty funny video.
I had me crying, man.
Ataki, what's your take on the phenomenon that is Apex Legends?
I haven't checked it out yet, but it's kind of shocking this exists in the first place because it's from Respawn, the people that it's supposedly based on Titanfall, like it's 2.
Apparently, the game was Titanfall 3, and then they were like, "Yeah, well, we're not going to do Titanfall 3 right now."
Well, I have a little bit more info on that.
Okay, well, inside information coming up.
Yeah, but I'll wait. But go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, like, so supposedly it's Titanfall 3 reskin into this, more or less, and Titanfall 2 didn't do so well, so I guess it makes sense that they decided to turn it into a battle royale game and make it into Apex. So yeah, I guess it's fun. It's a shooter. Not much else to say, I guess.
Thanks for your insight, Ataki. I appreciate that. No, I'm joking on that. So Jordan, I heard from somebody that you might have some more information.
I saw the little thing getting you propping up on the live stream. You're getting ready to put the inside information. I saw it propping up. I saw
actually,
that.
I was getting a link to another guest. Actually, if you want me to be honest.
Okay. All right. Anyway, inside information. It's not really that super inside, I guess. But so elaborating further on the whole. Oh, there it is. The Titanfall 3 not existing thing. So in further statements clarifying that instead, so Respawn would have a total of 2 then with this game coming out, the Apex game, and then later this year they have Jedi: The Fallen Order for the Star Wars game coming out. But there's also a third game that is another game that is in somewhat of the Titanfall universe that is supposed to come out later this year as well. That is not Titanfall 3. It could be, but what I'm hearing is it's not Titanfall 3.
Titanfall Heroes.
But it's Titanfall something. It's probably going to be a stupid card game. Watch it be like a card game or something.
Titanfall Heroes.
Titanfall Legends. It's going to be something at the end of the year, somewhat around the same time as we'd see the Star Wars game, is what I've heard. It's at that point. That's a lot of stuff for Respawn to juggle. 3 games from one studio in a year. That's a lot. I don't know what they're going to do about this Titanfall 3 situation and actually make a Titanfall 3. I don't know if the rumors are true, if it's still going to be one or not, but I don't know. There's a lot of backlash on that. And also Activision's salty because, with them having Blackout and all that was being pretty popular for a while. That Activision sent me a free code for Black Ops 4 on the PC. They're just like, hey, just play it. I'm just like, I'm not even playing Apex. I don't want to play any battle royales. I get sent all this. I don't want it. But thanks, Activision.
Yeah, it's the Me Too of the battle royale. Everybody has to jump in on it now because it's
you've got to jump in on it.
Of course.
No.
Does Nintendo?
I mean, if you make shooting games and you're not making a battle royale, then I don't think you're doing good business. They're making billions of dollars off these games.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not stupid to have a battle royale. Every major company is going to have a battle royale game, and I'm surprised that EA. I'm actually not surprised they instead of because we're supposed to have Battlefield 5 to have a battle royale, but it doesn't exist yet. And they said shortly after launch, that game launched months ago, and I don't see no battle royale. So then EA is like, here's another battle royale, and it's going to be weird if EA has 2 different battle royales.
So
they would play different, which would be fine. But I honestly, at this point, is Battlefield 5 getting a battle royale?
You think it's canceled? Battlefield 5?
We haven't heard diddly squat. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's 100% canceled. What I'm saying is it's most likely not something they're looking into, especially with the poor sales of Battlefield 5. At this point, I think they need to cut their losses.
Yeah. Actually, going back to Titanfall 2, it just reminded me, like, because of what he said. EA put that game out to die, basically, because they put out Red Round Battlefield, compete with their own shooter, you know, and then which is Battlefield 4, I believe, and then the Call of Duty that year. So they basically were competing with themselves effectively, and now they might do it again with if they do the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale. So maybe they should just, you know, not do it and just let Apex be, you know, their Battle Royale game. And
maybe they should include every copy of Battlefield 5 with a download code for Apex.
I feel so bad for Titanfall. I literally walked into a store yesterday and I got a brand new copy of Titanfall 2 on the Xbox One for free, just because I bought something else that was like $5. So like, have this for free.
Oh, they're giving the game away, basically.
I know, and it's sad.
Really?
It's like
Where?
random places. I went to a local GameStop,
it's
a game
$6.
shop, not a GameStop.
Like,
Oh, okay.
But you can get it brand new for less than $5 usually.
Yeah, it's like $6. Like I think a Walmart, who was it, had it. Like, you know, one of those guys on Twitter, like Wario64 or those guys that post deals all the time, right? Like you guys know yeah. Like they put up, it was like $6. Which the funny thing is, like, it's like, whoa, why is this game coming back? Because the game was like $5. Like, in the same year that it launched, it was like $5. Like literally, it came out, and then like months later, probably not the same year because I forgot exactly when it launched, but I know that it was
came out that October-November window, right at the middle of that.
And a few months later, I think maybe the next, it was like literally like it was like $5. It was like $20 by the time that like the holidays started going, like the holiday sales and deals and all that.
I think it dropped to 30 right before Christmas for last minute sales.
But then if you waited till the next year, you can literally get it for $5.
If you waited till February, I'm pretty sure it was $5.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just like, yo, this game is like not even half a year old, and it's like super cheap. Nobody was buying it. Like people bought it. Like the people who really like obviously were excited for it went out there and bought it. But I think the problem, what happened to that game, not only did they send it out to die, you know, kind of branching off from like just talk about like, you know, Apex Legends, this is Respawn, but Titanfall 1 was so overhyped. Was the most like, it was super hyped. It was like, oh, this is going to be the greatest Xbox exclusive. And then it came out and it was like, dude, it wasn't that great. Titanfall was not that great.
It was an okay game.
Yeah.
The main problem that I saw, it was everyone was excited because it was an ex-Call of Duty you know, development team making something new. And a lot of people liked that team for the games they worked on. This was going to be something big. And for a while it was. And then it disappeared. There was no longevity of it. They didn't keep it alive. There wasn't enough to keep it going, and other games came out. And then the 2 could have been bigger, because a lot of people say 2 is amazing. A lot of people say 2 is incredible. I talked to someone who was working at this game store the other day and saying it's their favorite shooter of the generation. Mm-hmm. But they were literally released it right between a Battlefield and a Call of Duty. The own studio set it up to fail because they had no belief in it, and they put all their money in Battlefield that year. So it's kind of stupid.
Okay, and there's the conspiracy theories with that, right, guys? Like, have you guys heard the conspiracy theories with that? What happened?
No.
Let's hear. Put on your tinfoil hats.
Mandy, you have your tinfoil hat? Put it on.
This ain't tinfoil, but it's a hat.
I don't see you putting on your tinfoil hat, Mandy.
I don't have a hat.
There is a good video by Jim Sterling, who did like one of his like a post-mortem, because he has a series of videos about different games that were, you know, should have done better, but they didn't. So he did one about Titanfall 2, so that kind of covers all this stuff. If you want to see that in like a 20-minute or so.
Essentially, some are saying that EA really wanted to buy Respawn, so they intentionally put the game out to die in order to cripple the studio so that they can get a lower price on them.
That's so dirty.
I see it.
And I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. It's like, okay, well, we want to buy. We want them. Obviously, EA, because like EA had a publishing deal with Microsoft and also with Respawn for that game. It wasn't just Microsoft that did Titanfall 1, right? They saw the potential. They know Respawn's Respawn. They made, Call of Duty. I mean, you know that they're good, but do you want to pay the type of price to pay for them? Like if you cripple them with one of their games, like not doing well, they'll probably accept like a lower offer. I mean, they'd probably be hyped to be bought anyway. I mean, because obviously those guys were already rich, but then once you get purchased, it makes you super, super rich or like doubly rich. So it's not like, you know, they were going to get, I mean, but how much more could they have gotten? You know, if let's say EA made Titanfall, made sure that it was a super good success, it would have drove the value of the company up way more. EA didn't have any for their own benefit. There was no reason for them, if they were interested in buying, Respawn, there's no reason for Titanfall 2 to be like amazing success, because all that's going to do is just drive up the cost of the studio itself. So
I have a point, OJ.
Go ahead.
Is that why they call it Titanfall? Because it was doomed to like Titan fail?
Titanfall, yeah, that's a Jim's turn called.
Well, maybe, but Titanfall 1 sold really well though, so
yeah, it did.
I just think if any studio wants to be bought by EA, like, you're insane, because look what happened to, like, even their own studios, like
they cannibalize everyone. That was one of the worst.
They kill their own children, basically.
That's so disappointing, dude. And it sucks because it's like, all right, we'll kill Visceral and we'll just, we'll take Dead Space franchise, put it on our backs, and just keep it.
Just renew the trademark.
Yeah, keep it around.
America.
Maybe I'm working on a documentary about Dead Space for next month. Maybe I'm not, but who knows? But it's sad. It's funny. At least 3 of my documentaries that are coming out are all on EA properties, and it's all not nice towards EA.
Good.
Damn, I'm gonna
expose it.
They're all not nice towards EA in any way.
It's funny because Jim Sterling also has a post-mortem about Dead Space as well.
It's a depressing time.
Yeah, that's a sad story.
Like, I think Activision and an EA are basically involved in all of his like shady videos that he's done about companies. Those two mostly, I think, are the two. Well, and 2K. But
I think we could agree Nintendo is nice. Sometimes.
They're nice now.
Sometimes.
No, don't say that.
Once they said YouTubers and people can stream and play their games no problem without any copyright or claiming, like, hey, then that was a good thing they did. Now they're fine right now.
It's hard to survive 130 years without doing some, shady stuff, probably. So
it happens to all of everybody.
I mean, here's the thing. All these companies, whatever we think they're nice or not nice, they're all doing the same thing. They're all in the business to make money. So that's why I find it personally hard to be like a one-off fan. Like, I can't only just like Nintendo. I can't just only like Microsoft or like a certain game company, because they're all the same. They all just want money. There's some that have better intentions than others, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, thank you so much, Nintendo. I love you. You're the best that ever happened to me. Take it all. Because at the end of the day, like, I'll support them. I like their stuff. But they just want money. Everyone wants money. It's a company. It's a business.
I don't like anybody. That's the thing.
Exactly. Everyone sucks.
You're a Nintendo. I'm like, I don't like anybody. I'll be honest. I just play whatever I like. Whatever I'll play. But I don't really like anybody. If you want me to be completely honest. You know what I like? I like editing. Editing's fun.
Tinder dates.
Tinder date. Yes, Tinder dates. Tinder dates can be cool. Sometimes they're kind of garbo though. It's not all sun and rainbows.
It's often hard to apply ethics to capitalism because just of the nature of the profit motive and all that. But these companies want to be treated like people because they, at least in the U.S., they have basically it's a person, the Supreme Court, a long time ago. So it's kind of a weird dynamic, They're really immoral, but they want to be treated like a moral person.
You know what else is immoral? Well, that's not a good segue.
Was that really going to be your segue?
Yeah, I got nothing.
that was going to be your segue to the next topic.
No, I was thinking.
So sometimes these companies, instead of just looking out for their own interests to make money, sometimes they come together to make money.
Yeah, I was gonna say
there you go.
Like that.
There you go, Jordan.
The freaking thing fast enough to actually see what I wrote down, so I didn't remember what the next topic was. And by the time that I got to it, I was already screwed.
Synergy, everyone. We're talking about corporations coming together for the greater good of their own pockets. And maybe for us too. Who knows? We're second.
Oh, wow.
This isn't for any. Okay, listen, guys. Listen. So Xbox Live is coming to the Switch. There's going to be which I don't think it's 100% clear. I've seen like 5,000 different videos, and everyone says something different on each video. Everybody has a different opinion on this, so I want to get you guys' opinion based on what you guys have read with Xbox Live coming to Switch. I want to start with Jordan.
I guess I came in at the right time, huh?
Yo, Barry!
Where do these people come from?
Barry's here. We got like an alpha male contest all the way to the
Spawncast 2.
I don't know. Somebody's about to body slam somebody by the end of this podcast.
Oh man, you started off on the right. I came on the right topic because I have a lot to say about this one.
You got a lot to say, man. We can start with you, my man. Shout outs to Baron. The Black Baron's here. Pro wrestler extraordinaire, the man, one of the first Nintendo dudes on YouTube. I mean, I'd probably say like the top 1 or 2, like right, you and Shokyo.
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna correct you. I was number 1, okay?
Oh,
I was number 1. Everybody knows back in the day I was number 1. There is another guy that was out there at the same time that claims he was probably number 1, but I was number 1. Okay, I was the one that got all the Nintendo fans marching. Okay. And now I sit back and I'm proud to see all these people on the YouTube now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please don't.
I'm just
don't clothesline me when we hang
I'm not gonna clothesline you. You
know you want to clothesline me. I know you.
Man. You know. You go way back, man. So you good.
Did you just say what's a clothesline?
A thing where you hang your clothes?
No, it's like this. And then
and
then you go like that, and then
Well, it.
I don't know nothing about wrestling.
That's where the clothesline name came from because of clothesline.
Oh,
so we got the lore behind the wrestling. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Shout outs. Yo, I really enjoy though. No, seriously, you guys make sure you guys check out Black Bear, man. Like, check out his wrestling stuff. Like, if you're in that area, New South, right? Wrestling, Baron.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be all over the country.
Yeah,
so.
But that's the organization.
Yeah, I'll be there. It's different organizations, but y'all can check out my Twitter and figure all that out. Let's go on this Xbox Live thing.
Go to the shows live. If you're go to the shows live, trust me, you're gonna be entertained. But Baron, what you got for us, man? Xbox Live on Switch. What you got to say, homie? Then we'll move on to everybody else.
Man, I'm not saying that I'm Miss Cleo or Miss Cleo's husband, but I seen this coming. I seen this coming a mile away. I mean, I think it was Phil when he said something about we want to expand the Xbox brand to every device. That was telling. That was really telling when he said that. And everybody tried to dismiss when he said that. Oh, he was just talking about PC and da-da-da-da. I was like, no, he said it that way on purpose. And then we had the rumors about Microsoft doing their games as a service. Then after that, we had Minecraft pop up on Switch with Xbox Live login. And now we have the official word from Microsoft themselves that Xbox Live is going to expand to Nintendo Switch and iOS and Android. So I think they just continuously progressing towards what I think is going to happen, that they're just going to be a full-blown third-party brand eventually. I think it will be another Xbox, but don't be shocked if you see Xbox games and products, it's specifically on Nintendo platform. Ooh. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think we're very close to it than we think we are.
Oh, can Halo or Master Chief be in Smash then? Because...
And I think that's what's going to be everybody's first question. They're like, oh, can we get Banjo-Kazooie back in Smash? Can we get Halo?
Just feeds those rumors.
I mean, at this point, I think this is what y'all going to see. I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen. This is the first time we ever seen anything like this. Like, the competitor's online service is being offered on another competitor's system. That's just crazy. It ain't like Nintendo Switch Online is going nowhere. That's still going to be there. It's just going to be another option for you. So, some people are saying it's just going to be for cross-platform games, but I don't think they just made this announcement for only cross-platform games. I think some of their games
survive together.
Yeah, you made this. I forgot about that. You made this whole Survive Together commercial and campaign. Yeah, Microsoft, I know what you're doing. You're not getting slick. You might fool your Xbox fans because they don't want to believe it, but I think it's happening.
Oh man,
it's interesting.
So, Brandon, what you think, man?
I agree with Baron. Really, I'm kind of curious what they mean that they're going to bring it to like iOS and Android, because I have the Xbox app on iOS and you can manage your friends. I can chat. I can do all that stuff. So that leads me to think that they're going to kind of up the ante, bring some more features over to it. I know they're doing like xCloud, everything like that. So I think that maybe we're going to get some integration with that on Switch, possibly. I mean, I made a video about this earlier in the week talking about just the possibilities of Microsoft being on the platform, you know, bringing things like possibly Game Pass, stuff like that over to the system in a limited capacity. But I just think it's really interesting. Like Baron said, we've never seen this before, ever. Maybe the biggest thing like this is when Sonic went to a Nintendo platform after Sega stopped making consoles. That's the thing I can compare it to the most. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We'll have to wait till what, March, GDC?
I don't even know when it's going to happen, to be honest, man.
Well, I mean, March is when they're going to detail it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, GDC.
I don't think we're going to have to wait long. I think March would be it, but remember, E3 is around the corner, so it's only going to be a 2-horse race this year. So it's going to be Microsoft and Nintendo. So
Microsoft and Nintendo have their conference together. Survive together.
I think that would be wild.
Forza comes out and they have a really nice sports car, and then Reggie opens the door like, Forza's on Switch.
Can you imagine how salty Sony fans would be at that?
Forza Horizon be godlike, though.
Yo, that would be great.
My body.
Yo, Reggie pulls up in like the most expensive car on the market, and just like, yep, no, this isn't for the game. This one's actually mine, but you can play it in the game on Switch and Xbox.
Phil Spencer's like, today Microsoft gives $1 billion to Nintendo, and we're happy to do so. Take all of our franchises. We want Xbox to be on everywhere. Nintendo, take our franchises, take our money, take everything. Xbox is the best. Thank you guys. Welcome to E3. That's what they're
now. Here's the thing I wasn't thinking about that's actually true. K19 brought this up in the chat. Microsoft. This is an actual possibility for Microsoft to finally get some decent eyes in the Japanese market because they've never had success there. And this is an opportunity where it's just on stuff over there. And, what's Halo? You know, like it could start bridging the gap for more sales over, for some sales over there. So.
Yo, somebody said that like Master Chief walks out on stage, then he takes off the helmet and it's freaking Reggie.
He just comes up, he just does the snap like the Switch.
Man,
that would be amazing.
Bro,
can you imagine an Xbox looking Switch? It's all custom, look like an Xbox.
Bro, that would be the greatest moment of all time.
The limited edition bundle.
Man, the internet will cease to exist if that ever happens.
That'd
be amazing. I'm all for this now because that's hilarious.
So, but my biggest question about it is, how much is it going to cost? That's my biggest thing.
I think it's going to be the same price as it is now. I have an Xbox, and Xbox Live is like, I paid for like $3. Yeah, it's like $30. Yeah. So paying for Xbox Live and then paying on top of your Nintendo Switch Online membership, I mean, that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I guess it's just there for people who want to do it. So
bring Game Pass over. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would love to play Ori on the Switch. Like I'm trying to play it now on the Xbox, and I just want to go lay down in bed. I just don't want to sit here.
Gears of War on the Switch,
dude. That would be insane.
Bro,
that'd be so weird.
If Gears of War was on the Matt, it would take 10 years to download that game because you would need 10 SD cards, and it would take 10 years to download that game. On the Switch.
That's why they bring xCloud over.
Okay,
you can stream it directly from your Xbox or stream it cloud. You know, there's the possibilities are there.
Opposed to the whole,
or
opposed to streaming. I mean,
bigger conspiracy theory.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. Always.
This is the thing. These games, a lot of these games are either going to come over in either a downgraded, like graphically, frames, whatever you want to call it, or they're going to come over streaming, or they're just not going to come at all. So people kind of got to. They got to take them where they can get them. I'll play a game like Forza on the Switch if I got to stream it from my Xbox.
Stop being so logical, Tether. I don't like the way that you speak on my podcast. I told you. I warned you about this.
I'm sorry, OJ. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. It just sounds like a good deal for everybody involved.
So bigger conspiracy time, okay?
Inside.
So we're gonna take those ideas, those rumors we've always heard people talking about. Oh, there's this Switch version coming out. There's gonna be a Pro and a Mini.
Mm-hmm.
What if there is a more powerful Switch coming that can handle the Xbox capabilities? So bigger games with better graphics and more download space. It's all there. And then everything makes sense. Why would Nintendo need to do that? Why is there really a big need? Oh, because Xbox is like, you want these big, powerful games like Halo and more room to download them and more services? We'll help work together and help fund a bigger system. And
well, you guys want Game Pass?
Well, here's the thing with that though. Like, the Switch can pretty much already handle whatever Xbox is pushing, unless it's on Xbox One X. We all know that's not it's not possible at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get the reduced frame rate, but I don't really care. And it's shown that a lot of people don't care about playing 30 frames per second versus 60 if it's really not hindering the experience. I think it was who just came out. I think it was it Rockstar or Take-Two? No, Take-Two is the parent company of Rockstar. Take-Two just came out and said, once again, another third-party developer talking about they have experienced really good sales of third-party games on the Switch. And they put more support on the Switch. So I don't think it really has to do with the capabilities. I really think it has to do with the cart sizes, because the cart sizes are really not that big right now that's available to them.
And that's what the Pro could handle.
I don't know if Nintendo going to get that rectified. But yeah, but that's why I don't think the Pro is necessary at this point.
Me either.
I think they just need to get those bigger cart sizes available to more developers. And then we got the news yesterday about that company giving out developer kits for the voice chat and text chat for all developers now. So I didn't know that was just, only certain people had it. So that makes sense why only Warframe and Fortnite only had that feature. So I was like, oh, I thought everybody had access to that out the gate. So now I understand why some third-party games didn't have no online voice chat. So then you have that natively. So that kind of makes it also interesting with Xbox Live coming over, because everybody's gonna have that tool now. And then so it's gonna be like, well, what am I really buying Xbox Live for? Which feeds into my theory. If I'm going to buy Xbox Live, I'm going to have to be buying some Xbox branded games, because it just doesn't make any sense. I'm not buying Xbox Live just to chat if that's going to be available to me in future games anyway, because now the technology is going to be available for them. So I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if Nintendo comes out and has a remodeled Switch per se. I don't think it's going to be like a Pro or some shit like that, but it wouldn't shock me if they did that. That wouldn't shock me. But I think this Pro thing is just a dream, because I haven't seen any situation where anybody can't really put their game on the Switch. I think it has a lot to do with the development cycle of these games. And I think the producer of Kingdom Hearts 3 came out and said something about that too recently. Like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 could be on the Switch. Well, like it's
Unreal Engine 4, so it's scalable.
Yeah, and it's Unreal Engine 4. So I mean, I think it's just all had to do with like development cycle for a lot of the games we've been missing. But this Xbox Live thing is like a wild card. I'm finna be able to play my Gears of War on my Switch. I feel it coming. I feel it coming.
I'm telling you guys, next thing you know, if this doesn't happen, you guys are all going to get blamed for this. So let's just calm down a little bit, okay?
No, think of the possibility.
Dude, they're going to roast us on Twitter.
Let us dream, dude. They're gonna take to their forums and give highlights of everything that we said.
Oh, dude, that's my worst fear about being a YouTuber, getting roasted on Reddit.
Oh, I've already been there with the Spyro stuff. It's great. I love it.
Just ignore. Reddit is so hard to even navigate that bum site.
Dude, I can't even get through.
You can't even get through without some type of weird DOS menu and stuff on Reddit, man. First of all, screw that site. You don't got to worry about being whatever on Reddit and all that. Like, who cares, man?
It's like every reprehensible community has a subreddit on there. Yeah. They took over the place, basically.
You got to freaking code just to get to that site in the first place. Like, you got to, who cares about Reddit?
Yeah, it's a weird site.
Weirdo incel site, dude. Like, I ain't worried about.
Well, now you're definitely gonna be on Reddit.
Weirdo Reddits. No, I'm talking about weirdo. Like, if you're a normal dude on Reddit, then you got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just a normal dude, it's the people who are like that get butthurt. You know, it's the people who who are doing the crazy stuff. How dare him? You know, like it's those people. If you're a normal dude on Reddit, then you don't got nothing. I ain't talking about you. All right, so let's see here. Let's move on to what's the next topic, Jordan? Do you know?
Yes, because I'm
Or does anybody have anything else to say on the last topic? Like Xbox Live on Switch. Does anybody else have anything to say about that? Like
Game Pass on everything.
So
this could be a game changer if they do it right.
So with the possibility if Xbox games can be played on the Switch and the possibility of Kingdom Hearts coming on the Switch, that'd be cool. And speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3 did pretty good in sales, didn't it, OJ?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm gonna hold this here for a second.
Kingdom Hearts 3 sold, I think in its first week of sales or tracking data for whatever, it sold 5 million copies of Kingdom Hearts. So
that's awesome.
Is that pretty good or not? You know, that's pretty good worldwide.
That's good for any game to sell 5 million copies and that amount of time.
Well, is it pretty good? I say it's good, but when you take in account the whole install base it released on,
yeah,
and how long people waited for that game, I expected that game to do Smash Brothers numbers. I really did.
So 1 million for every year that you had to wait.
I think the difference is with Smash Bros. with the Smash Bros. Numbers. I think Smash Bros. Is a big wider game for a lot more people than Kingdom Hearts. Because Kingdom Hearts, at its core, is this weird nonsensical fairy tale with Disney characters. It's weird.
I agree with you to an extent, but I mean, it's Disney characters. It's the whole. I mean, that's a broad appeal right there.
But like the worlds they chose, like you see the Frozen level, and it's like, oh, cool. Like all like a lot of little girls are gonna love the Frozen level. They're not gonna be able to play the Frozen level, understand what's going on, or know what to do with the combat. That's not for them. They'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, there's a full rendition of Let It Go in the game, so
there is a full rendition of Let It Go. That's the only part they're there for.
They'll love it.
I'll say this. I will say this with the whole I think it's definitely not bad. I see what Baron's saying with the whole install base thing, and for a JRPGs usually don't sell this high, so you can. I mean, it definitely gets credit, for doing that. But let's just be real here. I mean, like the Xbox One version. I mean, like I would like to know the breakdown. Like that's what I would like to know is like how many bottom.
Probably 4.5 million Sony. 500 plus
100,000 units on the Xbox One.
I think I'd be in probably,
yeah,
4.9 million.
Just to clarify what I was saying, I'm definitely not saying 5 million is bad. That's not bad because I think developers actually made some profit off of that. So that's not bad. But what I'm saying for the weight and the hype level, I really at some point really thought Kingdom Hearts 3 hype level was a little bit higher than Smash Ultimate. Because that game was so anticipated for so long.
I believe it.
Yeah. I really believe that we was looking at some Red Dead type numbers. Like what was Red Dead numbers? 23 million or something like that? Like I was really thought we was looking at something like that.
I don't know about I don't know if it was ever gonna get to 23 million because Red Dead is because like the Xbox base, is gonna buy Red Dead, whereas like the Xbox base isn't gonna go out there and rush out and buy Kingdom Hearts. They didn't get freaking Square Enix. They can blame themselves for not for the game. That's like, how do you release Kingdom Hearts 3? Where's the first couple ones? Go buy a PlayStation.
Where's the other 7 games?
Yeah, the Xbox has just literally got nothing up until this point. This is gonna start putting me into a weirdo Kingdom Hearts rant. Like Square Enix rant.
Hard to get into series because of the way that the story's spread out over so many games, so many platforms, and it's not even in order. I had to get someone from like our community to explain it to me. Like, this is the order you play them chronologically, or this is the story version. Yeah, so it's like it's very hard. It's very convoluted. It's worse than Zelda. And
I've been here since the very beginning. Played every one launch day, and I had to piece together the story myself. People today are spoiled. They got it all lined up for them in their video. They go watch a YouTube video, or they got every single game on the PlayStation 4 just lined up in chronological order for them.
Dude, what a crazy way to tell a story. It's so funny because you can see with every videos, like any video games release, like how many, like every side game is just trying to retcon and add in story elements to make other things make sense and be at the same time, or go back in the past just to make one little detail make sense. Like my favorite detail, it's the stupidest thing, but it's my favorite thing, because there's that one scene where you see behind the door, you see Riku and Mickey doesn't have a shirt on, and that's the only time you don't see him with a shirt on, and it's like, okay, that was weird. But this other game retcons it because he gets in this attack, and the attack blows off his shirt right before that door opens, and that's the one reason he's not wearing a shirt. And I'm like, what's so stupid? What is this game series? It's great. I love it. Kingdom Hearts 3 is it's a great time. The series has been great. Does it all make sense? Yes and no.
Yeah.
What's the point? That's my question. Is at the end of the day, what's the point of the story? It just keeps going on. Just more stuff happens. It's good though.
Okay. Yeah, apparently they're continuing it afterwards. This is just the end of one saga.
Oh, of course.
They're continuing it?
Stop this.
Oh, my God.
This is just the end of the Xehanort saga. Apparently there's more after this. I'm like at the very end of the game, so I don't know yet.
With the spoiler. The game just came out.
Square Enix told you. They said this is the end of the Xehanort saga.
No, but you were saying the scene.
No. All I said was I'm at the very end of the game. I don't know
there
yet.
Might be a spoiler that can come out.
I wasn't spoiling anything. Trust me. I waited. Like I said, I've played all these games in the order that they were released. I'm one of the people who stayed away from the spoilers the most. Like I would never.
I'm gonna have Baron tombstone you if you spoil something.
I'll spoil him.
No. I wouldn't do that to you guys.
Okay, Mandy, I know you've been playing the game lately. What's your thoughts?
I like it. I'm at the Tangled world. I'm going very slow. It's kind of stalling a little, but I really like it. The combat is a little weird. Like, there's a lot, but you could just get by with a little. And yeah, it's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Taking my time, so no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll get to it eventually, and then you're okay.
Well, there you go. Jordan, you've been playing the game a little bit, right?
I have. I haven't been able to play it the last couple of days, but I'm in the Frozen. I'm in Arendelle. I'm in the Frozen area. I'm at the final boss in Frozen, and I just keep dying over and over again. I love it.
Oh, it's hard.
It's annoying. I hate like if people like say, "Oh, it's not the horse, not the just that." I'm like, listen, there's a difficulty spike that happens within each world for some of the worlds where the majority of everything is easy, but the boss or a mini boss in those stages are just way overpowered or have a move that'll kill you in one shot randomly to piss you off when you're almost done beating him, and it's annoying. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, that's something about the game. Like it's just that some of like the fighting is inconsistent. Like it's like it conditions you to do one thing a certain way, and then it just throws this random element at you completely out of nowhere. So it's just that's like one minor complaint about the game, because it does happen quite a bit in like different worlds.
You know, I actually it was so funny because I went on Best Buy to buy the game, and I ended up buying .hack GU and Gravity Rush 2 instead. And I have no idea how that happened. I literally went on BestBuy.com to buy Kingdom Hearts. I was like, .hack is $20. I was like, I have the Best Buy, or I have the Gamers Club, I can use that. And then I bought, Gravity Rush is $20. It's back in stock, cool. And I bought those two games and I got those two for $34. So I was like, and then I clicked off, and then I went to do videos and all this stuff today, and I didn't buy the game. So that's the only thing that's holding me back is my own stalling. But those are good games. .hack GU.
They are. I love .hack GU.
Yeah, and then Gravity Rush 2 for I got for $34 for both. Dude, that's a pretty good deal, in my opinion. So does anybody else want to talk about Taki? You've been playing the game too, right?
Actually, I'm trying to finish the Uncharted series, so then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with this, because I don't know if I'll play three. If I should play 3 first. I never played any of the games where I own them all in different formats. I actually own them on all the original platforms, but never get around to actually playing. So I got the order from someone in the P community. So I'm trying to decide if I should just Just play the 1, 2, 3, and
let me ask.
No.
Let me ask you a serious question, Ataki. With this one, you should ask yourself like, what would Mickey do if he was?
I don't know what Mickey do.
So dumb.
He would like. I tell him to put a shirt on probably after he kind of blown off. No one wants to see that.
You know, I tell him to go back to his clubhouse.
Mickey.
Go back to Willie.
Sorry, no more stupid Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Sorry. You know, he's pretty hard because he, you know, there's that
calm
joke.
Down, Giggity. Okay,
Come on, Sora.
So if anybody has any advice of how I should go about it, I'm listening.
Don't play any.
So
Just play 3 and watch the movie that you can play in the theater mode before you play 3 that just recaps it all. Or watch a YouTube video for 30 minutes. You'll get the story.
Is Donald still not wearing pants in this one, right?
Nope.
No.
Mandy's got booty pics of him too on Twitter.
I just want to know, Donald's still not wearing pants. I mean, I find it pretty impressive that somebody as old as Donald can roll around with no pants and nobody even bats an eye. Like, that's how I want to be when I get older, is I can just roll around with no pants. I'm going to be so legendary. No pants.
That whole family doesn't wear pants, though. Like, Screw doesn't wear pants, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie don't wear pants either. It's like a family tradition. They don't
You're dumb.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like wasn't like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, they were naked the whole time. So I mean, I guess it all makes sense, right? Or their fur was closed, so never.
Squidward doesn't wear pants.
Squidward doesn't wear pants. You're right.
Patrick doesn't wear a shirt.
He doesn't wear a shirt, but he looks like a dude that wouldn't wear a shirt though. He
does.
Yeah, he does seem like a dude that's just not gonna wear a shirt. Like, why wear a shirt when you're Patrick? You know.
Yo, speaking of Donald, I forgot how. It's been a while since Kingdom Hearts game. I forgot just how much I find him annoying.
How grating his voice is.
Yeah, especially when he's just like stop screaming all the time.
It sounds like his nose is congested all the time.
He's great.
You guys know he has like PSTD or whatever, right? Like
PTSD
or whatever. Right?
Because there's old World War II cartoons.
Yeah,
is that like canonical?
I watched something on it. He does. So that's the reason why he's so tormented.
Oh.
Huh. That's interesting.
Family-friendly gaming.
Oh, that makes sense now. I'm gonna be much nicer to him when I play.
Nah, he's still
really.
annoying, dude. I wish I could really just like have any Disney characters to choose from to be in my party rather than Donald and Goofy, honestly.
Yeah.
You guys stop trying to mess with the story, okay?
No, listen, the story messes with itself all the time. Let me mess with it. You know, give me a chance. Let me mess with it more.
Well, I guess in the defense of Donald and Goofy, it's like really nice, like their chemistry together. Something that I loved about the first Kingdom Hearts, like they actually feel like best friends. You know, they're like, hey, we're just going around on these adventures. There's a complete lack of urgency in the first half of the game. They're just like, hey, let's go on these adventures and have some fun. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see them all, you know, act like that's one of like the better parts of the story is like their relationship together.
He's still annoying though.
He is very annoying. He's like, hey, there's some recipes over here.
I think we can find some ingredients over here. This is a good place to look for ingredients.
What is up with Square Enix putting cooking into all their games now?
I like that. I have so much fun.
The cooking mini game was kind of fun, though. I will say that. I just cooked food for the first time.
It's so fast.
That's like, yeah, it is.
It's like done. Like, oh, I just chopped up some carrots. Relax.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of that's so fast.
Oh my god! Is this your segue?
Oh, it's not very good. Speaking of speeding things up, that was better. Is that better?
There you go.
Okay. Hackers are speeding up the Nintendo Switch or overclocking it to do crazy things. You can play Breath of the Wild at 1,000 frames per second.
Now that's ridiculous.
4K, 65 frames per second, not 65 frames, depending on how fast you overclock it. Yeah, I was about to hack my Switch. All you got to do is open it up and put Sonic the Hedgehog in there and just close it right back up. Overclock, baby. Let's go. Just make them run real fast. So yeah, hackers are hacking the Switch to make it do some interesting things. I wanted to get Baron your thought. Have you heard about this, Baron?
I heard about it, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. When did this come out? Was it today or yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, that people were overclocking and doing some stuff, and then like Super Metal Dave had a video talking about it some more, and people made.
Yeah, I was looking at that while I was trying to look at some other news I had overlooked, and then this morning I was going to read about it until Wells Fargo pulled their BS this morning. So I've been dealing with that all day. So I
Glad they didn't
know.
steal from you, man. Whenever they just don't steal from you, Wells Fargo, that's a victory.
Y'all just don't know. I was able to use my account like 3 hours ago, so I was locked out for a long time. So I'm still kind of salty about that. But I heard a little bit about it. I think that's pretty interesting. I'm not going to hack my Switch. I know that, but
dude, if you hacked your Switch, did you know if you hack your Switch, you can play Paladins like with PS5 users? You know what I'm saying? Not even we can play with PS5 users. You can do all sorts of stuff with a hacked Switch.
Your Switch would be like a heater.
I'm gonna do
radiator.
It can
Yeah,
be a system, but you can underclock it too. So you can basically make it to where it's like games are running a lot slower and stuff like they would. So you can mess with a bunch of different things.
So yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking. Like they overclocked it. I mean, the Switch already gets kind of very warm when you play it for a while. So
It's nice and toasty.
at this point, you just got a flaming brick in your hand if you're gonna overclock it even more. So it's like, man,
I'm
it's
waiting
crazy.
for the video of when the Switch actually explodes and they're playing. They're like, oh, 1,000 and it just explodes, and then just like that's the end. That's the end, my man. This man's done.
Well, I just found out about overclocking, and to me, it just sounds like steroids. Like you use it, they make you powerful, but then they have a downside down the line.
I got the new Barry Bonds Switch.
You wrong for that. You wrong for saying that now. Got
My Barry Bonds edition, baby. Let's go.
Oh man, that's messed up, man. It's almost like you're saying you got the John Jones edition, man.
No, not John Jones is bad without the steroids. No, Barry Bonds is bad without the steroids. Let me just say the Jose Canseco edition. I don't know, man. Like Mark McGuire. I just remember all the you guys remember like all the baseball dudes in like the mid-90s, like the mid and the early
all of
2000s?
them were on it.
Oh,
somebody in the chat said Sammy Sosa.
these dudes out here, like they hitting like every single ball that comes. Oh, home run! But they just McCovey Combe every time. They just knocking the crap out of the ball. If I hit a baseball, it's like going to first base. That's it. It's like I'm not even.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until you pull a ligament or burst from atrophy. So
it's all fun and games so you don't get into the Hall of Fame.
OJ out here talking about these guys like they was like the players off the MLB The Bigs game. Remember that game? They was all souped up and juiced up, and
well, they were, dude. I used to be really like hardcore into baseball in that time period. I used to watch baseball all the time, so I just remember them just being like, "Yo, like every night home run." It was like, and then after they stopped juicing, all of a sudden like you hit like 35, 40 home runs, you're the leader of the MLB now. They were hitting like 70. They were hitting like 70, 60 home runs. So I don't know, but anyway, overclocking. Does anybody have anything? Jordan, any thoughts on this?
It's cool. We can do that with the Switch. That's my thought. I'm not gonna do it. I think it's cool that people can do it, but I like the Switch the way it is. It does.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, I mean, if it blows up, that's cool.
Well, I'm gonna
Tell me how that goes.
Switch Mini.
Yeah.
And well, if Nintendo's not gonna give me GameCube games, I'm gonna hack my Switch and play GameCube games on it.
Okay, now you got me interested. Let's talk.
I think
you can buy a GameCube and play GameCube games, or you can buy a Wii and play. I mean, there is that option.
You can, but you can't. I can't play those in bed or on the toilet. So I'm living in the future.
What? You could put a little TV or
put a TV in
bathroom.
your room or in your bathroom.
Or you can be just a little bit more patient, and they'll probably release those games.
That's true.
I need GameCube now.
That's true. But I said I would wait for the Switch Mini, so I'll give them like I'll give them to whenever they plan on putting that thing out.
All we deal with is like rumors of what might happen.
I'll take that Switch Classic.
I think Nintendo should hire these guys. They can teach them something about
I agree.
Out of your hardware.
I agree. Really, I honestly want to hack my Switch to get local save backups, but I'm like really giving Nintendo the benefit of the doubt and just waiting.
I wouldn't.
Someone said in the chat, how do you overclock Crackdown 3. You can't do anything to that.
Listen, let me tell you something. You can't overclock, overcook that garbage. Like you just gonna have to let
game. That game literally looks like it's fresh out the oven for a 2004 release on the Xbox original.
I'm gonna have Kid Smooth all over me. Can you guys stop? I mean, have Kid Smooth roll up to my
Kid Smooth can be in denial all he wants, but that game looked like hot garbage, man. I mean, this has to be the most embarrassing gameplay reveal for a game that's been in development for damn near 7 years I've ever seen in my damn life. Did you see that multiplayer?
Oh yeah,
it's awful.
It looks,
Did you see the picture I retweeted where it's like, here's when they originally showed off Terry Crews in the game to what he looks like actually in the game right now.
I actually made a video.
This doesn't even look like anyone.
Yo, that game don't even look like a launch Xbox One game.
That looks like when Steam has games like, oh, you can get into the early access, well, it's still in development type stuff, dude.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It looks like it looks like a pre-alpha game.
That was ew. I just saw it on my phone. Oh damn! I didn't know.
He's pissing me off now. By doing this game,
and the game's just all built on like a lot of extra lies, because I feel like this game went through like how a lot of other big anticipated games like Final Fantasy VII's remake is going through. This game literally looks like they restarted development not long ago, and they just here it is. Like this is what we can do, and with the time we had.
It's like Alien, the not Alien Isolation, the
Colonial Marines. But there's a difference with Colonial Marines. Colonial Marines, one, lied with the graphics, 100%. But, like, their game was just broken because they had a coding issue that was so stupid that literally broke the game worse. Crackdown's just like, we didn't finish, but here it is. And, like, how could they come out and say, like, they're talking like last year, it's like, all right, we're going to have all this destructive building, like, it's going to be huge. But no, that's only online. You can only blow up the big buildings online.
Comparison,
we're at one game type online,
bro. I think that was the biggest false advertisement I ever seen, next to Wells Fargo saying we could go together far. Because that's the biggest lie I ever seen a financial institution tell their customers, and this is the biggest lie I ever seen a gaming company tell their customers. Like the biggest destruction, the destruction that is equal to 12 Xbox Ones. No, it's not. It's not even close. And plus, we can't even do it in a single player. So you lied to me.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad that I wouldn't be surprised. I don't even want to speak on it anymore because I don't want to say anything bad. Listen, it's going to be bad if you have Games Pass. Play it. I don't suggest spending $60 on buying it.
You can play it now if you're an Xbox Insider. You can play the multiplayer.
I'm telling you right now, if you spend money on that, don't let me catch you in the street.
OJ, you better not buy it.
Because at some point we got to take a stand, man.
I was going to buy it. You know what? I think you changed my mind. I was going to particularly fly to Atlanta to buy the game, by the way, too. But I think I'm just going to cancel my flight and just think I'm good.
I stand by my previous statement that I made on this podcast for that you have to be on crack to buy that game, and it's even worse than it was before.
Crack down.
I agree, Baron. I agree. We got to take a stand against these games.
You got to take a stand. If what you need to do is crack down on shitty game development. Excuse my French, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
that's what you need to crack down on, and do not support this. This is just ridiculous.
I can't wait to play it on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll be checking it out on Games Pass.
I'll stream it if I can. I don't even have my Xbox plugged in. I forget it.
That's how it is to not play Crackdown.
Hold on, I got one question. Is this true? Because I didn't know this. Does Crackdown 3 run on Unreal Engine 4?
I don't believe that.
I don't think so.
There's no way. There's no way in hell.
That's Unreal Engine.
I think they're using their own engine.
There's no way in hell that's Unreal Engine 4. That's impossible.
Unreal Engine 4. If it is, then they're lying. They're like, it's on. Trust us, it's on there. It's not.
Oh, it is Unreal Engine.
That's a lie.
I think what's the name of the chat trolling, man? There's no way that's Unreal Engine.
No, it is. Look it up. I just Googled it. It's
no effing way. Yeah. No. You got to be kidding me.
It is Unreal Engine 4.
Oh my god! And that's your end result. Oh my god!
Kingdom Hearts was on Unreal Engine 4.
And Kingdom Hearts is such a beautiful game.
Times better. I think Epic should sue them for making
wow, that is really Unreal Engine 4. You got
haters.
to be kidding me.
Why are you guys hate? You guys haven't even played the game yet. Can you guys?
You
give
got
it a
to be.
chance?
Look at the game.
All the hands-on, who everyone's saying it controls and plays bad.
Well,
everyone is saying it's bad for the people who have played it.
OJ, graphics, so I commented on you guys talking.
OJ,
did you guys see the video of the guy running?
Can I help you?
It's running on Unreal Engine 4. Oh my god.
Unreal.
That is haters.
He was mine because
this game better be at literally 1,000 frames per second for the graphics to be that bad.
You guys are haters. There's a huge open world.
It's not that big.
That's a lot.
It's a huge open world. Literally any other game. Witcher 3, Grand Theft Auto, Spider-Man.
Do I need to go on? How do you know how big the open world is? Have you played the whole open world?
I guarantee it's about the same size as the last one, but a bit bigger.
The last one, which one? Crackdown 2 or Crackdown 1?
Oh my god.
The last one would be 2 if you're going backwards. Yes.
This game really runs on Unreal Engine 4. This is a catastrophe. Like, you got to be kidding me.
I doubt the world is bigger than.
Give Terry Crews a chance. White Chicks was a good movie. I liked White Chicks. I liked various movies that Terry Crews. You guys need to give the game a chance.
I thought Terry Crews' fault.
I thought White Chicks was not going to be a good movie. I thought it was going to suck. I thought it was. Look, let me just say this real quick. I thought White Chicks was going to suck, and then when I watched it, it was actually pretty good. And Terry Crews' part was pretty good in that movie. Can you guys give it a chance, or no? Yes or no?
I'm not saying it's Terry Crews' fault. He got the bag. He got his paycheck. He did what he's supposed to do. The developers just made a mess.
Oh my god,
is it because he didn't have that big of an NFL career? Is that why you're saying because his career in the NFL wasn't that good? Is that what you're saying?
No, Terry Crews is a great person.
No,
oh my god.
Is it because of the sexual assaulting that's going on with Terry Crews? Is that why you're not liking the game? Like, what's going on? Like, because he's speaking.
No, I'm not liking the game because the game literally looks like ass. Like, I don't know how to.
I'll be offended if I was
worse than Duke Nukem Forever in 2011. It looks worse.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm not gonna say graphics are everything, but in 2019, your game, if it's a AAA major release first party game, you cannot have it be looking like it is straight at the turn of the millennium back at like 1990. Like, oh, it's coming out 2000, the first game. Like,
it does not look like a 2000.
Bro, it doesn't look like OJ, this game is running. This game is running on Unreal Engine 4, and it looks like Perfect Dark on 64. Like,
it does not look Perfect Dark on 64.
Is it Perfect Dark Zero? Because I think Perfect Dark Zero looks better.
Oh my god!
It is
That's
so
a slap
bad
in the face to Epic, bro. That's a slap in the face right there.
Well, for you, it would be like a chop across the chest, right?
Oh man, I am shocked and appalled right now. This is ridiculous.
It just
why are you defending
this
game?
Controls terribly.
Have
you guys seen
for
the
everyone
video?
who's played it says it does.
Yeah, did you see
that
the video
auto
of the guy
lock on
like,
multiplayer?
Yeah, that just looks terrible. But the guy's like running, and he goes to turn the corner. He drifts it like a car. He's just like he
this has to be.
He's just.
It's like it's Crackdown.
Yo, like somebody said in the chat, they read my mind. Devil's Third looked better than Crackdown 3.
It also plays better.
Like they said, they're gonna use the Crackdown engine for the next Need for Speed or something. Straight transition, bro.
Multiplayer is leagues above it too, because people actually like the multiplayer.
Yo, I mean, Crackdown 3, man. If y'all watch that video, the way he was running with his character, he had the same physics as a Psych Truck on the Wii. Like it was. Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Microsoft is using it to test new Forza physics.
That's why they want to get it on the Switch.
You
can use the Joy-Con to turn around corners. The motion
no,
control.
they're trying to get on the Switch because they know they can't make games.
That's not true. Microsoft can make games. I don't think that
they can make a lot of good car games.
I just don't think they care about making games anymore.
How did we go from hackers overclocking the Switch to roasting Crackdown 3? Can anybody tell me how we went from
comment that said
perfect segue? Because with my overclock Switch, I can play all the Crackdown 3 I want. My underclocked. I'm sorry.
Be honest with you, you probably don't have to overclock it.
You have to underclock it to play it.
So should we take the port of Crackdown 3 to the Switch now because of how it looks?
Confirmed.
No, obviously,
No,
the analog, right?
confirmed.
It has Unreal Engine 4, right? So
Crackdown 3 about to pull a Fallout 76 with how many copies are going to be left on the shelf on stores because no one's going to buy it and people are just going to trash it and it's going to go down in price so quick and Games Pass just going to be like, but it's free on Games Pass. You know, if you have Game Pass.
A lot of streamers are going to stream it just for trolls.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to do well off game. I guarantee the Games Pass numbers are going to be way better. Yeah. Way better than sales figures. So.
Yeah. Oh, and it'll do good on Twitch too, because people will just want to watch it live.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it'll be a great streaming game. Maybe they made it crappy on purpose.
Maybe.
I don't know about all that, dude.
It's like a flaming Kurek. You just can't look away. So that's why we're gonna watch.
Let's keep going.
Man, this is still. I'm still shocked. This has to be the biggest embarrassment in Unreal Engine 4 ever.
I'll be honest. I mean, I don't think that's I think this might be one of the worst. Like, if you're not talking about like an indie game, you know, like if you're talking about like a major release.
Yeah, major release.
Yeah, you know that might be you might be right about that. I can't think of any other major release that's like this bad, like graphics wise, this like bad looking. Like I can't think of a single game. Like
OJ, it's just not the graphics. Did you see that man run?
Yeah, I know.
The physics, it's the movement, is everything.
Wait, when you're Terry Crews, does he run like that too? Like, is it just? Like,
I think Terry Crews is just like a character, like base character.
If you're using Terry Crews, does he run like that? Because I don't think that like. Is it? You can use different characters, right, in the game?
If you went back to like 2011 with the last Duke Nukem game, Forever, is it similar to that maybe, or not as bad as that?
Oh, at least Duke Nukem Forever is playable.
Is it?
Somewhat. Yeah, I've beaten the game like 3 times. I think it's a terrible. I think it's a terribly great game.
Yeah,
hold on 1 second.
It's hilarious bad.
Hold on, Tony in the chat. Nothing will ever be worse than WrestleMania on Xbox. Nothing will ever be worse than that game on the original Xbox. Let's not go that far. I don't think if y'all ever played that, but that game was so bad.
Oh, Terry Crews is in Crackdown 3. You can use Terry Crews. There's a brother.
It doesn't do anything. It just makes him barely look like the character now because of those graphics. You can't even tell it's Terry Crews.
I think that's just a character model for your agent.
It's not Terry Crews. It's like, oh, Terry Crews is in the game. It's just a character model was supposed to look like
Terry Crews, though.
It literally looks like if they took the Terry Crews model, took a frying pan and just hit it a couple times and said, "Yeah, that's Terry Crews. That's him. We did it. He's in the game, guys. We finally made it happen."
Who's the guy? Like I remember, like the Crackdown guy used to look like the dude from. You guys know the movie Spawn, the 1998 movie or whatever.
Yeah,
like the guy that kind of looked like that. Who's that actor?
Oh, you talking about what's the name? His last name is White. Michael J. White.
Yeah. So like the guy kind of looked like him. So, but it wasn't actually him. But they didn't get him to do the advertising. But like they always like just pick like some like a popular looking brother at the time that the game comes out, and then he's on the cover
Player
of the game.
Essence OJ for Crackdown 4.
The graphics better not be trash, or I'm gonna be upset, bro.
I thought graphics didn't matter, man.
They better use Unreal Engine 5, bro, for my version of the game. I don't care if it's not even out.
Oh man, there ain't gonna be no Crackdown
4. Nope.
I think we know that already. It ain't happening.
The end of the saga.
Okay, yeah,
man.
I think Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric, did that use Unreal Engine, didn't it?
Oh, let's find out.
A lot of games use Unreal.
I think, wasn't that like Unreal Sonic Boom?
At least Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric looked good. Like it may not have played great and had a lot of problems, but it looked like someone took time building that part.
From 2013 or whatever year it came out. Yeah.
No, it uses CryEngine.
Oh, anything on CryEngine looks good. You put something in there, it comes out shiny and new looking.
Dude, I hate that game. Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric. I don't sell my games back. That's the only game that I sold.
I mean, it never said it was a good game.
I've never even played it.
I didn't want it in my house.
I can't believe you actually played that. I gave up on Sonic a long time ago.
I played it,
and I just I had to pass.
I covered the hell. The great thing about it is that like the money that I made off of covering the game more than covered it. Like I actually made more than what, you know what I'm saying? Like I had like a few videos that got a bunch of views on it, and I was like, okay, cool. It covered the cost, and I can sell this stupid game. I said, get at it. I didn't want it near my daughter. My daughter was young at the time. You know that it came out and like I did not want that game because my daughter picked it up and was like, "Dada, look!" And I'm like, "Get that out of your hand! Give me!
Well,
Don't touch that!"
That game's pretty good on YouTube because no one wants to spend money to try it themselves, so they watch YouTubers like kind of taking one for the team. So,
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna play and cover Crackdown 3 just to see what happens. But I gotta love Game Pass. Thank you, Game Pass. Yo, shout out! I talk about Game Pass all the time, but shout out to Game Pass, man. They hooking me up, dude. Brand new release games, especially at this level of quality, and I don't gotta pay $60.
Level of quality of Crackdown? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
dude. I mean, listen, I don't gotta pay for the crap. It comes with the package.
Hey,
you know,
man, that's what you gotta do. You know how it is. Shall we get to some Q&A, guys? Shout out to the 212 people watching. You guys follow me on Twitter. Follow everybody here on Twitter, but follow me on Twitter.
Wow, we're almost at 100 likes without even asking for it.
Yo,
nice.
That's crazy.
Yo,
I think I ran on Crackdown has got a lot of shares.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crackdown,
we're gonna be on Reddit, or like we're gonna be on the Xbox Reddit. These hate.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get so much hate online. We're getting like that one guy's like, Crackdown is my favorite series, and if you say one more bad thing about Crackdown 3, I will make another Reddit post about you.
I will make a bunch of sock accounts and troll you all year. That's what those
just
do.
like bomb all your videos and smear your name on Twitter with my 5 followers.
Like the people who people who subscribe to your channel, put on notifications just to dislike your video as soon as you upload a video.
Those are my favorite.
I never understood that. That is just wild.
That's
the video either way. It's crazy.
Like who has how much do you not have going on in your life that you do that?
Oh, you know.
Anybody
it's just
who does
wild
that is
to
a
me.
loser. There is nobody. I'm convinced that there's nobody in the world that makes sock accounts to subscribe to people, notifications, and then just so they can dislike their videos as soon as that. You are a loser. There is no way that you are a functional, normal, living person. There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
There's no way. I mean, it's so.
Some channels where people do that though, and it happens.
That blows my mind.
It's wild. That's just wild to me. There's so much you can do with your time.
Yeah,
to do that.
Just watch someone that you like. You can go do that. I don't know.
Well, you guys got some questions. If you guys have questions, feel free to
What are the questions?
Feel free to ask them. Just tag us at Player Essence. Player Essence. Be more than happy to answer questions for you guys. That's all the topics, so we can get into questions. If you guys have them, like I said, let them rip. We'll be more than happy. Follow me on Twitter.
Let them rip.
Let them rip. Said Sonic Colors is the GOAT of Sonic games in the 2000s.
I got a question. Can I qualify as a question?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, I had this little argument earlier, and OJ knows I like to argue with people. So. I'm one that I'm gonna set the background real quick so nobody don't jump down my throat. I grew up on Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, I remember Sonic from the very first game. And I said that Sega needs to let Sonic go. I feel like Sega needs to let him go because they're not doing him any justice no more. I feel like the Sonic fan base has suffered for so long. It's just time to turn the keys over to somebody else. And let's try to bring him back to greatness because people don't seem to understand. Back then, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, Sonic was like the creme of the creme. He was high quality back in those days. You know what I mean? Like when you think about Mario, you thought about Sonic. That's where he was. He was on a pedestal. Now he's like that little gooey stuff at the bottom of your trash can when you take your trash bag out.
Oh, you don't want to know what that stuff is.
So my question is, after I laid that out, is could you feel that a developer can revive Sonic back to his glory? That is not Sega. Mania. I mean, another developer. I think Mania was kind of like a throwback, though.
Mania was made by people who made fan games of Sonic, and then they made that game for Sega, not like the regular team. And then it did better than Sonic Forces.
Yeah. Yeah, Sega hired them after they made a bunch of fan games.
Yeah.
That's despicable. But
the future, if anything, should be in those guys' hands because they did a great job.
I feel like the question is, do people want just like games like Mania? Like, I think that's what people want. It seemed like because those are the good Sonic games. So they want the 2D, that kind of game. So can there be a good 3D game? I guess is the question.
It needs to be like adventure, like Sonic Adventure. If they can take Sonic Adventure and
even
make
Sonic
it
Adventure
like
is not really a good
world.
game.
Adventure's kind of trash.
Sonic Adventure 2
trash.
Battle on my GameCube is a game that I have so many hours in, and I ain't just talking about the Chow Garden.
No, don't get me wrong. I love Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but it's not a good game. It's not.
But they could make an amazing, like off that idea, an amazing open world Sonic game like the Mario 3D game.
I don't think the concept of Sonic is not a concept that's I don't think it's prevalent in like modern.
You can't just keep making
sense.
the same 2D Sonic. Yeah. Sure, it's great again that we have like Mania and like it's like it's back on top. But how long is that gonna last?
Here's what you got to do to make Sonic good again. Like you got. Here's what you got to do. You got to make it. It's got to be like a
Shadow the Hedgehog 2.
It's got to be like an action game. Like they got to take the idea of like I know the BioWare game wasn't that great, but they got to take the idea. They got to make it like an action RPG or something like that. Like it can't be just a standard 3D because you're not going to be as good as Mario Odyssey. You're not going to be as good as Nintendo's 3D platformers or whatever the case. You're not as Sonic arguably isn't as good as Nintendo's 2D platformers. I mean, like Sonic Mania is really good, and I get that, but I mean, it's just like one of those things to where it's like, K19 with a $10 donation. We do have some questions here. Let me get into K19's donation. Shout outs for the $10, man. I appreciate that. He wrote a really long segment of stuff here, so let me read off what he wrote here. So K19 with the 10 says, I bought Force Unleashed 1 and 2 and replayed them again on Xbox One. What games you guys would want backwards compatible on the Xbox One? I want WWE All-Star and Blur, but with licensing issues, I don't think it would happen. So,
wait, why do you buy the Force that's free on Games Pass?
Yeah,
because they're like
both of them are.
They're dirt cheap. Like just to have the physical. Like
they are dirt cheap.
Yeah, they're
like,
dirt cheap. Like you get like both for like $10.
Game Pass $10.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want. For me, I'm a collector. I don't like digital.
I mean, I to an extent. Like I like collecting, but like. Yeah, it's hard to beat some of these prices, man, to play these games. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah. Either way, Blur would be cool. I like Blur. Blur was always trying to be that like more mature Mario Kart. I remember those commercials back in the day for that game. It was like, this ain't just Mario Kart, like. Yeah, Blur is an okay game. That'd be interesting. I'd be down for that.
So it was only backwards compatible for Xbox. Which one? Xbox original?
Wait, which was?
No, I was trying to see what the question was. It was which Xbox games he was talking about, 360 or original?
Xbox One, you can play them like compatible, like Xbox 360 games that you can play on your Xbox One.
Xbox 360? Oh, Gears of War, man.
That's already compatible.
Well, they already got Gears. They already got Gears
all
of War,
of them.
but what's the other one? What's that other game?
Yes, Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom.
Vanquish. I don't think Vanquish is on there. I want to play that again.
No, Vanquish is great.
That was a good game, man. That was so good.
Mode is trash. I hate that challenge mode. That's the worst thing ever in the world. But yeah, I beat it. But at the time, I was like one of the there was only like 15 people who beat that challenge mode in the world at the time that I beat it. But that game almost killed me. Literally almost killed me. I'll never play that game. I have not played that game since I beat that challenge mode and got all the achievements in that game, but screw that game. All right, let me go into Chibi videos.
Binary. Where's Sega? Bring back Binary Domain.
That game's trash too.
Yo, but bring it back. And then also, let's try another hand at the Bionic Commando. Was that it?
That did come back. Bionic Commando came back on the PS3, and it was
no, I know. But I want like I like the concept of what they tried to do with that version. I want just them to try again.
Actually make a good game.
Yeah, bring it back. Try again. Like these are domains. Just people are sitting on. Like do something with them. Dead to Rights. Make a good Dead to Rights game.
Yeah. Those are some of the games from like the 6th generation that you thought might have some life, but then they died.
I just want to put this energy in the air. This has nothing to do with Xbox, but I've been wanting a sequel to this game forever. But it was made from EA, so I don't think it's ever going to happen. Freedom Fighters. Can I please get a sequel to that game? I really want a sequel to that game. It was on a GameCube and a PS2. That was a good game.
It was, but not a chance.
What do you guys think about ScrewAttack closing, ending their channel? Like ScrewAttack's done. Chibi Vinyl says, you know, you guys remember ScrewAttack? They were one of the first pioneers, I guess, with original gaming content. One of the first. I'm not saying they're the first, but they were one of the first.
I'm gonna be petty right now. And I'm gonna say good.
I know why you hate them.
And you know why I'm saying it. You know exactly why I'm saying it.
You've got to be old school to know why Barry hates them.
when I was on the VGAs, they talked so much cash money ish on me. I was like, you know what? It's gonna come back to you. And it came back to him.
Came back a decade later, man.
It came back a decade later. I was like, I mean, it was to the point that me and the Jared guy, we was going back and forth. Like, it was heated. I was like, dude, you gonna get yours. I can't physically get to you, but you gonna get yours. But
he would not.
Other than that, I'm sorry people lost their jobs. I'm just being petty right now.
Nobody lost their jobs. All they did was just rebrand it into just
it was
Death Battle.
Oh,
well, it's just Death Battle. But so there's certain things that I know from people that I know worked there or had worked there and all that stuff that I can't say publicly. This was in the writings for a long time. The second that Rooster Teeth came in to save ScrewAttack, that was the end of ScrewAttack, because they let the ScrewAttack convention go one more year with like a combined, you know, it's Rooster Teeth and ScrewAttack. Then the next year it's just all Rooster Teeth. Basically, they split Game Attack and took Craig and a couple people, gave them Game Attack, which did a lot more of their promotional and side things. And then ScrewAttack was just slowly becoming Death Battle. That's all it's going to be. Rooster Teeth is it's Rooster Teeth. At the end of the day, it's all just Rooster Teeth. ScrewAttack, as it was, has been dead for years already.
Yeah, it's about 3 years. Ever since Full Screen bought them, basically, is when that's when they pretty much.
As soon as like Craig started like the whole I heard about that and like he did Game Attack and all that stuff. Like, that's when it was really, I was already kind of dying before that. The essence of what ScrewAttack was. Obviously, once the corporate kind of came in and did all that, like, to me, you could instantly tell the things that was going on even well before, you know, everything went down.
Yeah, I learned about everything in 2014 before it all happened and went public because of what happened internally. ScrewAttack's gone. That's all I want to say. It's gone. It sucks. There's some people I knew that were great. There's definitely people there that weren't so great. People that like to talk some things, and some people that are you know what? Yeah, ScrewAttack's gone. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like Craig.
I like Craig too. He's always been nice to me the few times that I've gotten to be around him. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say publicly. I'm not going to say anything else on live stream.
I interviewed Craig back in 2012.
That's one of my favorite videos of yours.
It was a great interview.
Doesn't even look like you in that video.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, it was great meeting him, and I've met a couple of the other guys there at various different things. And it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I think everybody's moved on. So I think everybody kind of knows, and everybody's moved on, and everybody can get jobs. They're all really, you know, most of the guys that you saw, they're all working somewhere else or can get a job in the industry. So I don't think there's any reason to be upset. But ScrewAttack hasn't been ScrewAttack for a long time. So there you go.
Yeah.
A lot of like YouTubers got their start there. Before they got on YouTube, they were on game trailers, and ScrewAttack, like, just, I don't know, I guess James Rolfe and Pat the Indies Punker, two of the ones that are more probably well known, you know. Actually, Pat did a video about them, you know, about like what happened, how he's sad to see it go because he got to start there. He was there before YouTube, and he's really thankful to them, is what he was saying. So yeah, it's sad for a lot of people.
Bunch of great people, bunch of different content creators that came from there that are great, and there's a lot of smaller ones that are now getting super popular, starting to get some like actual recognition for it now, and it's really cool seeing a lot of these people who have come a long way. There's some channels I follow that are like making credible content, and to see them like actually grow and show back with their start and some videos they did for them, it's really awesome. You know, there was a lot of good that happened with ScrewAttack. There's also a lot of other things that happened with ScrewAttack, but you know, that's just the way it is. It's a business, you know.
Yeah, it's a business. It's a business. That's just kind of how things are. All right, let me see if I can get another question here or two, guys. Do you think Sony will ever make a Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, or Jack and Daxter game again? Yes.
Oh, you don't think there's another Ratchet and Clank game coming? Just wait till the launch of the PS5. Oh, oops.
Yeah. There's gonna be another Ratchet and Clank. The last Ratchet and Clank game did very, very well on PS5,
yeah, it's It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. Let's see if we can answer their question or two. Kentucky Cruz says, with Platinum developing Bayonetta 3 and hints of porting over Wonderful 101, do you think we might get Nier Automata? I don't think Bayonetta 3 and Wonderful 101 don't have anything to do with Nier. Nier, that's a Square Enix. Nier is a Square Enix franchise, so yeah. I don't think that Platinum just did the game, but you can't relate Bayonetta. Nintendo's paying for Bayonetta. Nintendo would have to pay for Wonderful 101. Nier, that's Square Enix, so you need to know the publishers of these games before you try to relate the two. Like if Square Enix did Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta, then I can say, oh yeah, maybe Nier's coming, you know. But Square Enix, that has nothing to do with it. Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta 3 have nothing to do with Nier. They just pay for the same developer, but Square Enix is who paid for the funding for Nier. So yeah,
it could happen though.
It could, but I mean, there's no one isn't linked to the other. Bayonetta 3.
I think OJ, you forgetting just a little small detail though.
What's the detail?
Remember what Square Enix said after the success of Octopath Traveler that they will be looking into bringing more games to Switch.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was Platinum Games saying they have They have a very intense lineup for 2019. So
I know, but all I'm trying to say is that like Bayonetta has nothing to do with Nier.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, but I'm just looking at
like just because Platinum Games is doing better, that doesn't mean all of a sudden that means Nier can come. No, they have nothing to do with each other. You know, like if Square Enix wants to make Nier on the Switch, then they'll do it. If they want to, then they'll get them to do it. If they don't, then they won't. It's just pretty much that's what it. Or if Nintendo wants it, maybe they'll do it. But I don't think Nintendo cares. I mean, that game, maybe they care. Maybe I don't think Nintendo cares. Like.
I don't think at this point
that game is a little bit of a. Have you guys played Nier? Like,
I finally bought it on Black Friday for $15.
I haven't tried it.
It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Nier is
I like the first Nier.
The first Nier? That guy's too ugly for me to play. I can't use that guy.
I never played that game back then. I love it.
The first Nier.
He said he was too ugly.
That guy is. Have you guys played Have you guys seen the first guy from Nier? Not the redone one. People keep on telling me about the Japanese version of the game or whatever. They redid it where he's not as ugly. The original Nier guy is way too ugly for me to play. And I'm not even shallow like that. But that guy is too damn ugly for anybody to sit there and say this is a legit type of game to play. I'm sorry, he's too ugly.
Crackdown 3.
No, that's just bad graphics. This guy is literally butt ugly. Like they intentionally made him
good graphics for the year it came.
Somehow we got back to Crackdown 3.
It's not even about the bad graphics. I mean, I can play a game that doesn't have good. That's fine. But this guy's legit too ugly to be in the game like that. Like it's just too much. Like it's not even like he doesn't have any like real like okay, it's not like he's disabled or there's something like, you know, deformity in the face. He's just too ugly to play.
OJ, I never heard somebody say a character is too ugly.
He's too ugly. Have you seen him?
I've seen him.
He just looks like a guy. Look at him right now. He just looks like a guy.
He looks fine.
No, he doesn't.
Yo, this is funny to me.
It just looks like a guy.
There's some underlying like grudge I don't know about.
I mean, OJ, you seem pretty upset. What every guy has to look like a 7 or above for you to play? What's going on?
Like Nathan Drake or something like that.
No, but they can't be going around looking like the Grinch got like Down syndrome or something like that. Like I can't be having that, man. No.
God, yo, he said the Grinch got Down syndrome.
Automata has good-looking characters. So
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it does. Yo, where's my 2B waifu cosplayers at?
It's not about that I care. It's about that it's like it's distracting. It's too distracting. Like it's not like it's like they intentionally said let's make this guy the most butt ugly dude that we could make. Like please.
He's not. He just has long hair and bandages on his face.
Oh man, bro, I can just see it now, man.
He's just really ugly, dude. Like I don't.
Would you rate a game low because the main character's ugly?
This ugly, yes.
It's people that probably had like acid thrown in their face. That's all it is, really.
Okay, he's uglier than all the characters or whatever.
He's so ugly.
He has to stand out. So
how is that? What's the problem? What's so bad about that?
Wait a minute, OJ, come on, man. He don't look. He's not that ugly.
He just looks like a guy.
He literally looks like Geralt from The Witcher, just like has a few.
No,
more
he
Geralt-
really
no,
does.
Geralt
He
looks
really
way
does
better than
look
this
like
guy.
him.
No. Geralt looks way better than this guy. You're kidding me, right?
Are you kidding? Wow.
Geralt looks way better than this guy.
What do you?
I was
what do you
expecting
like?
this man to look like the boogeyman or Freddy Krueger or something.
This just looks like a Tekken character. Like, what's
He-
your problem?
exactly.
No, this guy, the ugliest dude I've ever seen in my life.
What is
my
it his chin? You don't like his strong chin?
I don't have a problem with a butt chin. Tom Brady got a butt chin. Is obviously one of the best looking. People would think he's one of the best looking guys out there.
Oh, I
So-
think
Oh
you think he's one
my
of the best looking
goodness.
people. I think you're saying
I
a
got
lot
no
right
problem
now.
with the butt chin. My problem is that he has a butt chin and he has a slender he looks like Adam Silver from the NBA. He looks like Silver's he looks uglier than Adam Silver, like Slender Man.
OJ, what is wrong with you right now?
Jack Skellington looking
This
butt.
man
No, I
looked
can't
like
wait
the
to see-
generic creative character from Dead or Alive or Tekken.
No.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I don't understand what the issue is. OJ.
I don't see the issue.
What
He looks
happened in your
normal.
life with this game? Like, do you have a story to tell?
It's like a good story though. It's about a dad trying to protect his daughter. You know, you can.
I mean,
really
if I'm being honest, he looks like he Kratos' lost cousin from the original God of War.
With that strap across his chest. And
Okay, well, you got. That's fine. I'm not changing my mind.
But why? I don't understand. I mean, hey, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I don't know what the F you smoked when you saw this game first in your life, but there is nothing wrong with that image. He's not the best looking, but he's not even in the top bracket for the worst looking.
I mean,
Okay.
Who would that be then? Out of characters,
I don't know because I'm not subjecting
Who would?
characters.
Who would?
to how ugly
Okay,
they are.
OJ, I can tell you who looked worse. You played Sonic in the Secret
Crackdown
Rings,
3.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Eraser Jin, the final boss, looks worse than that guy.
No, that's a boss. That's different. We're talking like a main character.
I don't care.
A main character. And I
A
showed
main
you guys
character.
art. The in-game model is worse than what I showed you.
The in-game model's
in-game
worse.
model
The
is-
graphics
that was
weren't
art.
amazing for that game.
It was for the Xbox. What did you expect?
Hey, look. Can anybody tell me another character that's uglier than this dude, like main character that you play as?
Main character?
He's not that ugly.
We're not talking about weirdo like Toe Jam and Earl. Like that's not like they ain't real like humans.
So you want basically a humanoid character that's uglier than
Not
him.
a humanoid, because then you guys start digging into Pokemon and stuff. I'm talking about.
Something's
human.
really wrong in your brain, OJ. I don't
Not a
understand.
humanoid.
I don't even understand. What's
Someone
going
take
on
him
here.
to the doctors right now.
OJ being
actually
petty right
fine.
now. You being real petty right now,
Yeah,
man.
well, you guys are being Mr. Petty or Grudge over here. You're being petty.
No,
I'm still mad at Pro Jerry.
Hey y'all, I think this has an underlining issue here. I think you know somebody that you don't like that looks like this man in your real life. Or something.
Yeah.
There's no,
This has to be the situation.
I don't know anybody. Let me just say.
I think OJ couldn't beat the game when he played it the
I
first
barely
time.
go out of my house. What are you
He's
talking
like
about?
mad.
I don't know anybody and nobody knows me, okay? So no, that's not it. What I'm telling you guys is that the guy was just too ugly. That's it. The game's good, but the guy was just really too ugly. That's really what it
OJ, be for real. He looked like your ex boss or something, don't he? Is that what it is?
No, he does. If I had an Xbox that came in, Xbox that came in like that, I mean that's scary. First of all. I'm never gonna do anything to make him mad. But I mean, like, no, he's just a really ugly dude. I don't get why he's so ugly. That's my only issue. It's like I don't understand why they made him so ugly. That's my only issue that I have. Like, it's not that the fact that he is ugly. It's like, why did they make him so ugly? Which there's nothing wrong with being ugly.
He didn't. They just made his face angry with a butt chin and gave him long hair. There's nothing different about him.
OJ,
the other
OJ.
one is it's a younger brother. The
OJ,
Western
be-
one is a dad, so he's older.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But OJ, I don't understand. This conversation
OJ,
on
be
one way
for
too
real.
long, but what?
No, be for real, OJ. He looked like a cop that pulled you over before. Yeah. Ain't it, don't it? That's what it is, ain't it?
Yeah,
Sir,
that's what it
come
is.
here. I'm really ugly. I'm gonna pull you over. No, he doesn't look like a cop. No, he doesn't look like a cop that pulled me. Actually, a lot of the cops, where I live, they were all football players, so I know a lot of them. So they're cool. I've been pulled over. Back when I used to drive a lot, I got pulled over a lot because obviously you get pulled over for being black just all the time. But once they saw me, oh yeah, what's up, OJ? How's it going? So it wasn't a problem. But no, that's not it. I'm just saying he's just really ugly. I mean, that's really just.
I can't get over this. This is hilarious.
Okay, OJ, we're definitely gonna have a bet sometime for when you lose. You have to make him your profile picture on all your social media.
Oh yeah,
that's the ultimate bet for you at this point.
It's not gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
I want to make you lose the bet where you have to put that on.
He said Shulk is not ugly. What the hell are you talking
Wait
about?
a minute. Shulk look like
3DS version. Is he ugly?
Shulk looked like a mouse with a blonde wig. So what are you talking about? That boy is ugly as hell.
Shulk is not ugly. You guys are nuts. Shulk is not ugly. First of all, he's a kid. So stop talking about a kid like that, okay? He's still growing. He's a growing young boy, by the way. Okay, he's still a kid. And second of all,
well, guess what?
Ugly.
He ain't grow that ugly yet. So he got a long way to go.
He can grow up and still be ugly.
Yeah, he looks like a mouse, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, but no, he's not ugly like this. How are you gonna say it's like Shulk is ugly? I think you got this deformed butt chin looking dude out here, but you're trying to tell me he looked fine, but Shulk is ugly?
He said somebody said he ugly as hell and Smash the Rex colors. Oh, okay. Can we take a vote in the chat? Who's uglier, the dude from Nier or Shulk?
We all know Shulk.
Yeah, can we?
Who's uglier, man?
Shulk looks good. Like,
you guys are nuts. How is Shulk even? Shulk is not even in this conversation.
I'm getting a lot of Shulk votes right now.
No, they're trolling you. They're just doing it because I know my audience. I know my audience.
Oh boy.
I know my audience. They're just being silly, just to be silly.
Yo, well, at least Game Radar agrees with you, OJ. They rated him on their top 10 ugliest protagonists.
Told you. Thank you. Thank you.
Look at Shulk. Look at
put
that picture of
20.
Shulk back up there.
Put
Put
a
the picture of Shulk.
bigger picture of Shulk. That one was just really small.
No, put that picture of Shulk back up there, man.
I'm gonna put it up.
Let me show you how ugly this boy is.
He's not that ugly.
Let me break it down for you.
He's not ugly at all, actually.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'll put it up. He's not ugly at all.
They said Steve.
Okay, hold up.
The chat overwhelmingly voted Shulk.
They're doing that just to troll. By the way, I'm just letting you know they're doing that just to troll.
Oh man, this is funny.
Somebody
says Shulk look like Ellen DeGeneres.
That's a knock on Ellen, dude. That's a knock.
Yo, Shulk is on here too.
You lying? Shulk on that list too?
What?
I'm dead serious.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm dead serious. Can I screen share?
Shulk is on the list. Oh my god.
Who's higher on the list? Is it Shulk or
Shulk is higher on the list. Nier's number is like number 20.
Oh my god! Look at this.
Okay, no, seriously. Like,
this dude looked like an ugly, fuzzy rat. Like, look at this man. Oh my god.
Yo, is that Zac Efron fresh out of High School Musical?
how was Shulk?
he looks like Ellen. Yeah, I see it.
He looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
That's fine. So I mean, but who said that Ellen's ugly though? So are people going around saying that Ellen's ugly? Is that what you guys are trying to say?
No, but Shulk looks like Ellen.
Okay, so then who's ugly then? Is Ellen ugly or is Shulk? If Shulk looks like Ellen, so
Yo, can we get this list, please? Because this is too funny.
I just sent you the link in the chat.
This is too funny that this worked out like this.
This is amazing.
Dude, they have like box art Mega Man on here. Like, this is a great list. Like that really bad Mega Man box art where he has the gun in his hand.
Oh, it's classic.
You guys are trying to tell me that Shulk is uglier than this dude, right? This guy,
Well,
Shulk.
Dude, this picture they have of Shulk is pretty.
Dude, Shulk.
Wrinkles.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Shulk get his ass whooped.
Shulk looked like he's confused of being like a fuzzy rabbit or a confused adolescent woman. Like he don't know what's going on right there. Like I don't think they knew what they was doing when they drew him like that.
Why does he have so many straps and zippers and pockets? See, the Nier guy is so good looking. He takes off his shirt. He doesn't need no pockets. He doesn't need no zippers.
He looks like Kratos, like the old Kratos.
Yeah.
OJ, they saying get the Shulk pick from Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, you're using art. You're using someone's drawing.
We're using Smash Brothers art. that, dude. What the hell?
No, Shulk. No, use the picture of Shulk from Xenoblade 1.
Models. Get in-game models.
You guys don't want to see an in-game model of this guy. I'm doing you guys a favor right now, okay?
Dude, we got one.
Use the 3DS in-game models.
No, we're not going to use the 3DS.
They have a link on that list from the Wand of Gamelon, though, the CDI game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, this is a great list. This is like the most definitive list.
Well,
I've ever seen in my life.
excuse me.
Man,
We got Rufus from Street Fighter 4. Definitely an ugly guy.
Fake Shulk. This is Shulk. This is Shulk in his best form. This is Near Guy, and it's no, that's not true. If I said
These are both just drawings. They're not in-game models.
He don't want to pull up that Shulk in-game model. He know that boy look bad.
I'm willing for you to pull up the Near in-game model, but you're too scared to pull up the Shulk one.
Listen. We're not talking about how ugly they look in their in-game model. We're not talking about that. We're talking about just how, like, when they're drawn, how they look. This is the art for these two characters. This is the most recent art for these two characters for their respective franchises.
So if you're saying that it's not about the in-game model, it's about the drawing. When you're playing the game, you see the in-game model. So what's your problem?
It's about the character, about how the guy looks ugly in his damn in-game model too. Like,
so then pull up the in-game model. What is your argument
here? And then he's also like in the in-game, like I guess he's like the camera's behind you, right? So like a lot of times you don't see it, so it's fine. But I'm just saying,
It
like,
looks like an old dude. I don't understand.
You have like a hot sidekick.
What?
What's her name? His sidekick. Yeah, Near. You have a Kaine, I think. She's nice.
No, she's nice. I'm just saying that dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Why are you guys defending this? Why are you guys defending this?
I'm sorry, but I mean, Shulk, man. I mean, he looked like one of them rats I had back in my old apartment, bro. He that ugly.
Man, he was a fashionable rat.
They put a blonde fuzzy wig on his head.
You guys are saying that, I mean, apparently people think Shulk. This is news to me that people think that Shulk is ugly. This is definitely news to me. This is news to me. Well, there you go. We had a debate about guys. Look, we had a debate.
And you lost badly.
Well, I mean, who else was on the list? Tether. Was there any other notable people?
Who's the worst?
The worst is hold on. They have like Trevor, Max Payne,
Max
Raz.
Payne
Yeah,
Max Payne
the default character from Saints Row.
One more thing about that show.
Now that character was ugly.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like your character from Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Version of Shulk, right? Not the. They're just talking about the 3DS version.
Shout out to K19 with the Kobe blaster, and he says Shulk is ugly, boy.
Yeah.
Apparently, Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War is #1.
Wow, Marcus.
I mean, he ain't the best looking dude,
But I don't think his body
#1.
though. Like,
The #1 ugliest? Man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I feel offended for him.
Yeah, because like Trevor's on this list, and Trevor's a pretty ugly.
You know how much Marcus Phoenix has been through to be called the ugliest character in video games?
Wait a minute,
Jeez.
Trevor from where?
Trevor
He's
from
so
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh,
That's I can see that. People would think that he's not.
well, what about the guy from Kane and Lynch? You guys remember Kane and Lynch? They were ugly.
Yeah,
Both those
yeah,
guys
they were.
ugly.
Yeah, they were ugly, dude.
Yeah, I didn't want to play the game because of how ugly. Oh man, there's another game.
Golly, OJ, this is hilarious,
I
bro.
didn't play that game because of how ugly they
So
were.
OJ looks at the box art. He's like, nah.
No, for real,
So wait a minute. Oh, wait, OJ, hold up. Wait a minute. So if you don't play the game because they ugly on the box art, did you play the Conduit on the Wii?
Yeah, I played the Conduit on the Wii.
So you didn't think the character from the Conduit looked so busted?
Nah. Like he wasn't like wearing like goggles or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah, but he was still terrible looking.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was the Wii or if that was actually.
Yo, can we pull this up on stream? This is the best cover art ever. The Conduit.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh man, the Conduit cover, he looks terrible, bro.
Is
a classic.
And we ate that bullshit up back then, boy. On the Wii.
Yeah.
We ate it up, bro. He looks terrible.
It's a solid game, right?
There's no high res art of the box.
Nobody cared about it. They left it in the past.
No, it's like a futuristic looking dude. You can't tell. Okay.
Well, put the Conduit guy and the Near guy up together. Let's see who actually is the ugly.
the near guy is the ugliest.
Oh man.
I don't know about that.
The near guy. Oh, I closed out the stupid near guy.
Good Lord, have mercy.
I was tired of looking at it, man. Jesus, dude, like he's ugly as hell, man.
It's like 90.
That is great. That is like
guy
incredible.
I like.
cover
Does
art.
they have like a soul patch going on a little bit?
You
I
can't
think
see his
so.
eyes.
Dude, who let this Joey Fatone looking guy be in this game?
Joey Fatone.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
This is This is the cover art for Crackdown 3 right here, everybody. This is it.
Let me show you. Let me show you guys. Look at
That
this guy.
probably is
Hold on.
focused.
Hold on. I got a screenshot for you guys. I got a screen. Look at this guy. God damn. Look at this guy. Oh God.
Now hold on, wait, no. To be fair, now you need to pull up an in-game model for Shulk.
Hey, pull it up. Look at this guy.
You only got to be fair though.
Yeah, you gotta pull that in-game troll.
You got to be fair.
Yeah, you got to. You gotta.
I mean, he does look pretty crazy right there, but you got to pull up.
There you go. That's pretty.
You got to pull up Shulk now.
I mean, you got him looking like he's from the Blair Witch in that photo, but
He looks like a
from
big
near
old
one.
Chucky.
Oh, wait a
So
minute,
pull
hold
up that. You
Somebody
gotta
said he
pull up
looked
the
like a Chucky
screenshot
doll
from
in
the
the
first
chat.
I
Xenoblade.
ain't pulling
man.
up nothing.
OJ, you got to pull it up because people threaten to send you $2 to pull up Shulk.
No more Toby blasters.
You should pull up the 3DS version because that's
No, we ain't pulling up the 3DS version of
Yeah.
Shulk.
No, just pull up the Wii version of Shulk. I mean, you don't.
It's pixelated, guys. You can't tell somebody's ugly by
Nah,
pixelation.
man, don't try to front.
Hey,
now.
you're pulling this from near one, so you got to
This
pull
is
that
a-
from
this is a freaking
Xenoblade one.
HD game, dude.
That doesn't matter. It came out the same time frame.
Are you guys
so
gonna tell me? Okay, can you guys all admit that this guy is absolutely butt ugly?
No, you need to pull up that Shulk. You're not gonna
listen,
sugarcoat this.
look,
You better pull
we're
up
not
that
sugarcoating
Shulk.
Yeah, you gotta pull up Shulk.
Let's just get some.
He is
Before we
ugly,
pull up
though.
Shulk, before we pull up
he
Shulk,
look-
can you guys admit that this dude is butt ugly?
Hey, you got
dude.
a super chat.
you even got K19 going back to Super Chat now. Look at that.
Okay. Well, I don't want people to go back to super chat, so
Yeah.
I try to have that.
He
Okay,
does kind of look crazy. I'll give you that.
Okay,
That's
my
like a bad image of him, but let's see what you got.
my mic audio has been going all over the place because Google Hangouts is trash. Okay, let me pull up. So you guys wanna we'll just pull up the Wii version of the game.
That's what we're saying. Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
And y'all know Shulk was looking ugly in one Pacific scene, boy.
Yeah.
Y'all know what scene I'm talking about.
That's in here. You gotta put that bad scene.
Okay, but I don't know what scene. I'm gonna pull up one that where he looks kind of. I guess he's like looking kind of stupid. I mean,
He looks kind of.
He's gonna like pull up like some like HD enhanced, like super like beautiful filtered looking.
no, I'm gonna pull up a
What's
Wii screenshot.
They're running.
Oh,
Oh.
one.jpg. That's my favorite.
Yeah, well, it's not. Some of them aren't working. Like they don't. Let me see if this one pulls up. Okay, so there's a screenshot of Shulk from the Wii version. So
Well, we have
this is
to
what
wait
you-
a sec for it to catch on. Our screen.
This is what you guys wanted, right? So here's Shulk. So you're trying to tell me that this guy?
Yo,
over
why
to the
does he
left-
look like he's straight out of like Pokemon Coliseum, bro?
Y'all trying to
Yo,
y'all
look-
gonna have trouble roasting it after looking at these two.
Look
looking
at this
these two.
man. Lips are so damn pale. Look at
Yeah.
This man over here on the left looks like Medusa. What you
Dude, he
talking
looks like a
about?
left. He got
Come
left
on, dude.
outside in the rain.
Talking about lips being pale. This dude looks like if he kissed
Oh
the
my
stone.
god.
Shulk looks like a fish.
He's got like a
This-
bowl cut.
This and you know, OJ, you know damn well that's not the screenshot we was talking about.
Look, man, this guy.
OJ found the
And he
best
still
picture
looks
he could
pretty
find.
bad, boy. He looks bad.
Okay.
You
Why
guys,
is he wearing a turtleneck in the desert?
can we be real here? Chat, can we be? Let's just be honest here. Okay, now I have to look at these two screenshots, guys. Can we be honest? Seriously, are you guys really trying to tell me that Shulk looks worse than this dude?
You need to pull it. No, his OJ, this is fair. You got that man showing expression in his photo. Shulk ain't showing no expression. Pull up that screenshot where Shulk is screaming with his mouth wide open.
Okay, let me see.
OJ, I'm sending you a picture on Twitter.
So we can see this little muskrat looking like Ellen DeGeneres with Down syndrome. So we need to.
I know what screenshot you're talking about, but it's not. Okay, let me see here. I think I can pull it up. Oh, you said you're gonna send me a screenshot on Twitter.
Yeah,
send me a screenshot on Twitter. You know what he's talking about then, right?
I think. I found this picture and it's really bad. So
the near guy is 70 years old. Damn, I didn't know that.
He looks good 70? For 70.
Yeah, he's 70, dude.
If he's 70 years old and Shope look like he looks.
Shope's like 10 or whatever, isn't he? Like
no, Shope's like 16 or 17.
Who gave him a blade and said go out on an adventure at that age? Just irresponsible parents.
The near guy isn't 70 years. I don't think he's 70 years old, dude.
He's older.
Those pokey parents again, you know.
Martha Stewart older, she don't look like that. I mean,
oh my God!
Martha Stewart look better than her. Right there. Martha Stewart older than 70, so I mean, like.
All I'm gonna say is puberty ain't gonna save Schultz.
All right, that's not
it. Okay, let's take a look. We'll end out on this one. Okay, yeah, it was that same screenshot that I was trying to get up on the screen.
Pull it up.
Well, I can't because it's the files. It's a large file, so it's not gonna let me pull it up just because of the way it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I've got the screenshot right here, so I'm just gonna pull it up to where you guys can see it, to where everybody can see it, but it won't be side by side. So that's the screenshot that they're talking about. That's it. So you guys can see it on screen. Is this the one you're talking about, Baron? If you can look on the.
That's one of them.
That's one of them. Okay.
Yo, that's Final Fantasy 12 graphics right there.
Yo, graphics are bad,
the real rat is the person next to him. Who the hell is that guy?
Rain is uglier than him, dude. Y'all roasted the wrong guy.
Yo, you guys remember Jumanji? He looks like the boy in Jumanji. We started turning into a.
Oh my God, bro!
That looks like the wrong guy. That's Ron Weasley.
Yo, this is getting worse and worse.
But here's the thing: when you actually go to like what Shulk is supposed, this is just the weak graphics. When you actually go to what Shulk is supposed to look like, look at this guy. He is not.
I don't want to hear what he's supposed to look like. I want to see what he looks like.
Look at this. Look at this shot of him right here. Yo, how is he? You know, he's not a bad looking dude. This guy over here. He's butt ugly no matter what picture you pull up. This man's a negative on every single one. I'm sorry.
That Xenoblade game is in bad need of a remaster.
I want Nier for Smash.
You said, "Oh yeah, we can show a Xenoblade." Okay, we can show a Xenoblade. Can we show a Xenoblade? You guys don't want to see it. That's like his Tom Brady model right there. The Xenoblade 2 model.
You really have something for Tom Brady.
No, I don't.
OJ, time you say how pretty Tom Brady is.
When you see Smash 4 and Ultimate, he looks pretty good in those two games, right?
OJ, I'm gonna send you this link. This is the picture I want you to show.
Okay, but I'm gonna show this picture real quick. So I'm gonna show this one too. So that's Shulk. That's Shulk in Xenoblade 2. You trying to tell me that this guy's ugly? You're really trying to tell me that?
He's better.
He looks like the girl behind him. So is she ugly too?
I don't think that.
You're gonna say that like the Fiora's ugly. So he looks.
Boy,
like
he looked terrible.
he looks like the bottom of an ironing. He got flattened.
Why he got a muscle chin like that? What the hell is going on?
Talk about somebody's chin. You out here talking about thinking that this dude's butt chin looking okay.
Is the Ken Street Fighter haircut going on? What is? You still got that stupid turtleneck?
Somebody said he looks like Cole Sprouse.
I'm finna send it. I'm sending it to your Twitter inbox right now.
We gotta cap this at 2 hours. This is terrible. Because your boy's got to edit tonight. So you got all you weirdos out here can stop. I mean, y'all crazy.
Stop hating on the Nier guys so much. You started this.
I didn't start it. You guys had a problem with my game preference.
No, because your game preference is based on the looks of a character. That's
look, all I want you to do is show these 2 Shulk pictures, and we'll be done with it.
I'll show one, Baron.
Come on, it's just 2, man. You know, don't try to run from it.
You haven't sent it to me. Why don't you send it to me first?
I sent it to you on Twitter.
Okay, no, I'm not showing that.
No. Show it.
Come on, OJ. You can't be. You gotta be fair, bro. You gotta be fair. You gotta be fair. Okay, yo, this gonna end the whole podcast right here. Once y'all see this, it's gonna end the whole podcast.
No, they can see it. They can see it now. They can see it. He just has a stupid look on his face. He just has a stupid look on his face.
Oh my god.
It's an iron dog.
Oh my god, bro.
Your dreams that.
Okay, so that's
Who let this man in the tanning booth too long?
Oh my god.
Show you guys this one too. So there's snap. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold up. Here we go.
I sent you two. Show them
You're gonna give all the little
Show him the other one.
Like a blonde mango.
Show him that other one. Eh?
This is like modified. This isn't even like somebody messed. This is not actual in game. Like somebody
Your
messed
character
with, like,
can't even
stuff.
express
You're gonna
emotion.
DM parents saying you get my kids nightmares by showing LM with a sword.
OJ, people are gonna be.
That's a modified one, guys. That's not like a real. The second one that I showed you, that's not like a real screenshot. But the
No,
first,
that's real.
That's expression in the game.
Yeah, that's him trying to be like, huh? But he can't do it.
I'm sorry. Look, we're gonna end.
That's him looking in the mirror.
We're gonna end this. This dude's butt ugly. Look at this guy. This dude's butt ugly. I'm sorry. I couldn't play this game. The dude was just too weirdo looking. But anyway. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's do the sign outs for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the podcast. This episode will absolutely be up. I might clip that last part. I'll clip the last part for you guys because I know you guys are gonna want to watch just the last part. So I'll clip it. But Baron, man, where can they find you, dude?
You can find me at any place with Shoke ugly ass ain't. Okay, I'll be serious. I can't believe we spent like 30 minutes on this. But
we did spend about a cool 30 minutes.
we over here defending which man looks sexier. This is crazy.
See, this is when you're confident in your sexuality, you can do this in 2019.
Oh man, but
10 years ago, this would have been a problem. We would have been a problem 10 years ago. But go ahead.
Oh man, but yeah, y'all can find me on my YouTube channel. I will be making a video before the month ends. I could promise that. Because I don't make no videos. It's the Emperor Baron Black. I think OJ has the link for it. And y'all can follow me on Twitter. That's why I really advise you to follow me, because a lot of crazy fanboy stuff goes down. And OJ can attest to that because he just sits back and watches and laughs at it.
It's pretty funny. I sit back and watch. It's pretty funny.
It's very entertaining. You know.
I'll put a Twitter link, 'cause that's where you're active. So I'll put a Twitter link.
Yeah, I'm very active on Twitter, so that's where you can find all my wrestling stuff. If you are interested, any opinions I got on anything gaming related, that's where you would get the first. You know, that's where you hear from me first. Is on Twitter. So it's the Emperor is THE_EMPBR.
I linked it in the chat right there.
Oh, you linked it. Okay, yeah, it's in the chat.
Guys,
so
follow Emperor on Twitter.
Yeah, so that's the main place you'll see me. But I'll have YouTube videos up soon. I got to get back to doing it. And yeah, that's about it.
All right,
Shokich.
Where can they find you, my man?
You guys can find me right here on youtube.com/tethergaming. Cover Nintendo stuff. We do videos Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Doing my first top 10 tomorrow, so that'll be pretty exciting. If you guys want to come check that out. You can also find me on Twitter at tethergaming. So yeah, I talk about a lot of stuff. I get into a little fanboy wars every once in a while over there as well.
All right. So. And Ataki, where I think Twitter's probably the best place where they can find you, right?
Yeah, this is the only place probably. So yeah, it's like I talk, another I, and then teacher. Like it's a website, but I just borrowed the name because it sounded nice. Yeah, you can find me on there. I'll tweet you back if you tweet me. I don't usually, give hot takes on there because I get too busy with my job and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll interact if you interact with me first. So.
Nice. All right. And Jordan. Oh, sorry. Jordan, where can they find you, my man?
That's me. You can find me on my channel, Jordan Fringe. Coming back to YouTube next week. I got 3 videos next week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 2 new series. Wednesday is my first documentary. It's coming out. I'm very excited about that. You may hear some familiar voices in that, such as maybe Spawnwave, but who knows? It's coming out. Check it out. The channel. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on, as always.
Nice. And last but definitely not least, Mandy, where can they find you at?
You can find me on my YouTube channel at Mandy Lee Plays. I cover mostly Nintendo related stuff, but I do other content too. But it's usually about gaming. And you can follow me on my Twitter at Mandy Lee Plays. So, yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So that basically wraps it up for this podcast here. That was a lot of fun. I don't know how it got to the point to where it got to, but I want to say that I am not shallow. I don't think that way. I'm just thinking with that particular video game, just to kind of make things so we're on that particular guy in that game triggered me to where he was too ugly for me to play through normally with the game. So that's really what it comes down to. There's really nothing else outside of that. They did this on purpose to troll me, in my opinion, at least. Square Enix, they did this on purpose. They made him that ugly on purpose, and I don't know why they did. There's no explanation. So that's the problem that I have. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out the videos on the channel. We already had 2 for the day, so make sure you guys check that out. We'll be back to streaming Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and all that probably upcoming very soon, guys. So I know a lot of you guys want to play Smash Brothers and all that, and I got it. I just had a lot of out of real life stuff that I had to take care of, guys, that like the mornings and stuff like that. So unfortunately this week has been full with that, and it might stretch into the beginning of next week, but this weekend I should be clear to stream, so we should get a nice stream this weekend, so look forward to that, guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Oh, also shout outs to VC with the $2 donation. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that $2 donation. And yeah, we will see you guys for the next one. Peace. Everybody say bye.
Later.
Bye.
Hello.